easy.
Awesome.
Because anytime someone comes in and they're new, 5 minutes after they sit down, have you ever read Wheel of Time? Drink, and we all drink.
No.
Robert Jordan.
Okay.
Robert Jordan.
But they're in the
Rest in
same.
peace.
They're kind of in the same
So
thing.
they won't be.
Same realm.
Yeah.
There's only a certain amount of Wheel of Time books, and then there'll never be any more.
I like the Wheel Time series, Ending Cratchit, and then the Shannara.
Elfstone of Shannara.
Yeah, that whole series.
Steve Johnson did another trilogy of
Oh, really?
so
Yeah, the
bad.
Salvatore reboot was really bad too. I met the guy; he's a sweet guy. And I loved everything he wrote way back in the day. But his reboot of the reincarnated.
Oh, that's
existence
the guy
of-
that caused everybody to want to play a fucking drow. in
Yeah.
D&D.
Well, I mean, back in
What's
the day,
his
that
name?
was fine,
Berserks. Oh, what's your guy's name? Azerts. They just go through the everything but D, right? A whole party full of drow.
I'll chip in to get him a massage before we play because he's just not.
But isn't Cranky?
I am
He's
cranky.
old, cranky.
Yeah, I'm there.
No, I'm crazy. I've had a bad day, and I've got a bad view. My feelings are hurt. Isn't it amazing that I have them?
Yes.
Actually.
I think that's what we're all agreeing to. But you have them.
Yeah.
So he's not really bitching
Hence
like
Matt
that
gets
about his-
given.
I know. I also know how to play hockey teacher.
At the Shamu, before they got rid of Shamu, that was they would play. I remember that they'd have a guitarist and just see it over and over again. But yeah, they had to prove
Yeah, they ate too many people.
it. That was kind of in retrospect.
We have
Well,
these.
that's a little closer than I like for me.
It's just like if someone locked you in your bedroom, and then one side of your bedroom would open up, and then somebody would somebody'd come in and make you do tricks for them,
Yeah.
and then pretty
Give it a
soon,
stick until you did
and
tricks.
pretty soon you hide your spork from the trainer,
Your sport.
and then when they come in, you stab them in the eye with your spork. I don't know why it went crazy.
He seemed like such a mild
He was a mild-mannered guy. He did all his tricks perfectly every time except this one last one. Or when the bum tried to take a swim with him.
No, I forgot.
I love that one, man. That's one good way to get rid of bums. I loved it. I love that whale 10 times more when he killed that bum. You dumb drunken bum. I want to swim with the orca. Oh, I'm dead. Now I'm a plaything. Watch him. They probably did that thing where it goes under and they hit something with the tail and it like flings. the
Yeah,
air.
they'll like play with the.
Yeah.
I thought, God, it's so sad for the seals. Man. They're like torturing it
Oh,
before
yeah,
they
play with
eat
their
it.
food,
But
yeah.
it was
Right.
flying like 50, 60 feet. Yeah, like
Oh,
shit.
ass over to
And
tail.
it's looking down just like they're sitting there waiting.
Yeah,
It's
the
like,
other one's
oh,
waiting. They're like
shit.
playing. They're playing ball. They're playing catch with the dolphin.
Yeah.
And with the
Seals,
No,
or
seal.
penguins, whatever they catch. Yeah.
baby
That's
seal, boom, in the air.
That's why
The other
for
grabs him, drags him around for a while, then hits him in the air
I
again.
have to change it when that comes on. I get sad.
You get sad?
Also, when I used to play a MMO called Arcade Camelot, there was a guild called Clubbing Baby Seals.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god.
and they were all trolls. So like their lineage class, they all built for their characters. All were trolls. So they're these big hulking figures in the game, and the guild name underneath would be clubbing baby seals, and they'd all have these like knockoff names of all the different types of seals. Yeah, oh my god, it was so hysterical.
There's a local that their whole shtick is that they're supposedly from Greenland. They have a great set, but the one of the few albums that they ever put out, because they're supposed to be from Greenland, it's a mock-up of the Clash of the London Calling, and instead it says Don Clubbin, and it shows him with a guitar and a baby seal under it. I wish I still had that shirt. They still play it too. They still
So inappropriate. The kid would be proud.
You know, it's a history that kind of relates around it. They used to have bear days in Idlewild, and you could kill any bear you wanted, as many bears for like a whole week. They would go up there, and it was awful. Baby bears, with female bears, it was just whatever you wanted to kill, you could kill. And I was reading the history about this, and
What is this, like in the 50s?
well, my family owned the
years ago.
liquor store, the grocery store on the corner of Fairview and Florida. So whenever anybody kills something, they bring it down. And my grandfather was the butcher, my great grandfather. And but Herky Creek, it started Herky Creek up there. Old Man Herky was mauled by a grizzly bear, like in the late 1800s, early 1900s. So this hatred towards bears just went nuts, and they made an annual thing out of it. And to this day, they can't get bears to stay there. The state will move them. The rangers will move them from San Gregorio, transport them to Garner Valley, and it's like they can sense the bad juju just all right across the pass back up to San.
They made their
Gregorio.
history roll.
Hey, boo boo.
Hey, what's the history of this place?
Fuck
Make
your
that
little
clear.
nerd.
But, yeah.
You'd be a little unnerved.
It's
There's
really
a house
fun.
up in the yard.
But that
Tell
was
the other
sad. Little
bands.
history about where they. Yeah.
Hey, that's the one like on Family Guy. Tell the other bears what you saw here.
Yeah.
In 1920s and the 19-teens, a train overturned in the pass by Cabazon, a circus train, and it had tigers and leopards and all kinds of shit. They ran all over Mount San Jacinto, and some of them were caught for like a decade later. They were out running the thing, living off deer and shit.
I swear there's a tiger out there.
Well, they found a tiger at their Mona Bowl. Remember that?
Well, welcome back, everybody.
Sorry.
Session 5. Unfortunately, we're still without Reggie. We have not heard from him since I think I talked to him about 3 or 4 days ago. I'm hoping to hear from him again. For now, we will keep his seat available until I hear otherwise. But that's okay. We're back and have a little fun tonight because I think where we last left off, you guys had successfully made the journey back into the mire. And during your journey back towards the mire, you begin to make some discoveries of the items that were found in the Ogre Mage's tentage.
I know, remember that thing was coming out of the damn.
I know.
Usually I
We
don't
only
complain
saw
about
two
it.
glowing eyes and a rumbling growl. Now I can
The
see it.
realization that they had maybe uncovered either a plot or a series of plots to either fund or distribute explosives, firearms, and other items of intelligence to possibly rebellious groups throughout the different kingdoms, but also possibly a link back to an infamous organization called the Star Whisper Dynasty, which is the current family in charge of the Crown Spire, as well as the general politic of the Crooked Finger. Fearing a concern that maybe Fakine has been framed for this, the team decided after their 3-day journey back to Fakine's estate to make a little detour. There are the nearby family mines, the salt mines nearby, that haven't been used or mined for a very long time, and decided that that would be the perfect location to hide these things. When the team arrived at the entrance to the salt mines, a pair of eyes and a discordant kind of screech of a creature began to emanate from the cavern entrance or the mine entrance on their approach. I need everybody to roll for initiative.
Okay, Drew,
32.
tame it. Tame it.
No.
Come on, Drew, tame it. Tame
We
it.
just want to stun it so that we can leave the boxes here and that'll guard it.
That's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
Oh, sure, that's a great idea.
Might kill it first.
Maggot's heard if you just play dead, they'll leave you alone, so he just collapses. I'm just kidding.
Kill it and
Alright.
reanimate it.
I gotta
Take out the dice.
Zombie monster.
Take out the dice.
Guidance does not apply to initiative.
The dice.
17.
Okay, guidance on initiative.
Oh, hold on. Everybody roll initiative for me, please.
And then plus,
Triple guidance on initiative.
Triple guidance on initiative.
that.
Triple guidance, inspiration.
Lucky 13.
Inspiration.
Never, man.
You are our Ashley Johnson.
Roll an 8. So, let me-
Your initiative's all shit.
yeah.
25 through 20.
I don't know if I've heard this.
21.
21 for Talia. Look at that.
Collection,
19 through 15.
Yes, I got a bonus.
19 through 15.
Plus 10. 19 through 15, 17.
17 for Grimmeth.
My
14 through 10.
13.
13 for Keats.
13.
What's your dex?
20.
What's your dex to Keith?
Maybe.
Okay. So we got Maggot. We got Keats. What'd you get there, Richard? 7. 7?
What did I get? You want me to print it with your character?
I don't know. I mean, get free to use them if you want to. I'll leave it up to you. Otherwise, he's just gonna. Okay, well, I'm gonna, take notes and make sure that this can be written off later on. I don't really care much for fighting in the same suit twice. It's kind of redundant, so I'm gonna just stand here and watch y'all do your thing. Good luck.
Thanks a lot.
It just goes over to the, where the woolen mat or where the dental packeter is. Just kind of leans up against it.
Exactly.
Okay, so what the fuck? It's gonna be good.
Anybody want to?
Here.
Plus, I'm not happy with it. Nope.
I want to see him get all medieval on the
I do.
We all did.
What humor
All of us,
we have.
all of us wanted to make tragic and mysterious characters. We really wanted them.
Attempt to spell that kills it outright. All right, with that, Talia, you are up, and the creature is on deck.
You should have rolled your initiative more shitty so you got time to
Yeah. Gonna do a guiding bolt.
I like how people play their characters like they're looking at it for the first time.
No, I'm not. I'm like,
Uh,
it's weird, busy, it's
well,
I know, right?
you seem fine with all the different rooms in the house. I don't. Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
But go ahead.
While
Here,
I'm
this
watching,
is sealed, you can
it's
throw it.
moving. I'll just throw sugar at him.
I have a warranty on this one. You
He'll
can throw
scream
it.
and he'll duck.
What do I do with my water?
It's right there. Nope.
Mm,
Nope.
No,
Nope.
no,
This
no.
way. This
no.
way. This
Other
way.
side of your
Up.
screen.
This way.
Up.
This way.
Over.
Oh, there it
There
is.
you go.
There.
Oh, the
Come on.
screen actually works. I can't see shit on the other side of it.
Oh, that's great.
You're
We'll
welcome.
start writing notes and put them at the GM screen. He's gonna find them after.
You should have drilled a bunch of holes in it so you can see through it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. You got stuff on the other side of it.
Shining bolt. What's the range on that?
No, I want to do random.
Death player.
I'm gonna do disintegrate at 20 level. You can't. Well, I just said I wanted to, but you
Cast
can't.
the fuck out.
Black beam of enervating energy springs from your finger towards the creature within range. Make a ranged attack spell attack against the
Roll.
target. On a hit, the target deals half damage. So the weapon attacks against strength.
It's big.
It's big.
It's
It uses
big.
strength.
But is it light or weapon?
The weapon attack's considered melee. Sure, I'm fine with that.
And she misses.
I rolled a 3.
You guys watch as Talia steps up in her Aarakocra form. She goes, "Ah, I got this." He watches her hands extend out. This dark energy pours from her hands. And a massive, insect-like creature sees her and ducks. It goes like right over its head.
the MASH theme playing.
I don't think this suicide will be painless though.
I tell you, move in your bonus action.
It will bring out many changes.
That's right.
Move. I will become airborne.
Okay. You are now a cold.
I like it.
So, either you
We just
You want to move it all. Let's say 10 foot, and you still have the remaining wide view.
Yeah, let's go that way. I don't want to be in case it's got like a breath weapon or a ray or.
This is all sheer rock face with the mine entrance behind it.
No, I'll be fine. I mean,
The fact that it has legs, sure, it would probably crawl.
Maybe not more than 2 legs.
I've seen legless things crawl.
Yeah, I got some that email too.
Move, bonus, anything you want to do with your bonus action at all.
Remember my cantrip.
Oh, that's a spell.
Spell. So my cantrip is bonus action.
Creature's up. It is going to immediately move. Actually, it disappears.
Nope, I don't
As it burrows into the earth.
Okay, well that's better than going into.
I need. I need.
20 spell numbers.
I need all 4 of you to make dex saves. Maggot, Petite, Richter, and Grim.
Yeah, D20. Is that dex save?
Dex save.
That's a
Yeah.
18.
Well, that succeeds.
15.
No, it's up here.
Just barely
Plus-
succeed.
well, it is plus-
That fails.
You got a
16
16.
succeeds. So, with that, all of you are pushed back but not knocked prone. With one exception. Keith, you'll take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. You are knocked prone on the ground. The creature comes up out of the ground. And
Reaction.
is going to take a bite at Richter.
Should I try animal friendship?
No, it's not your turn.
Well, it's attacking, so I got to
You gotta wait.
defend myself here, huh?
That is an 8 plus 10 is an 18.
Oh.
What's your armor class?
13.
13.
That'll hit. Okay, 9 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
Thank you, Council.
Let's see. Was its move, bonus action, tunnel? Did its bite? That'll finish its turn. Grimmeth, you are up with
Killer.
Maggot on deck.
All right. Does that have any metal on it? What's the dentistry like in this game?
Bonus action, perception, if you want.
No. No. I'm actually going to use my action for the perception. Because I want to use my bonus action.
Okay. Give me. In that case, you're free to do investigation if you want.
Investigation.
That will warrant you a little bit more information.
Investigation. You know what? We'll roll investigation.
Did it get softer?
Yeah, I was gonna say the moon's
Oh,
getting
moody.
yeah.
Yeah, so bonus action X, I now do an extra 1d6 when I attack it, and it gets disadvantage on a stat of my choice. I choose wisdom.
Okay, so it's turn next.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been wanting to play with the light lately. I have it as an app on my phone.
And
Moonlighting,
so
I like it.
investigation. That is a 9.
Right. Cast Hex on the creature. It is definitely insect in appearance, and the covering of its physical form seems to be made up of both mineral and slate.
That's not
It is not metal.
Alright. Well, it's hex. I am not going
Second movie, say what?
yeah, I really don't want to find out what it's up at.
Perfect.
The thing's hex.
Cool.
Disadvantage. And I do an extra hit of red.
Turn out the
For when
lights and light a
if Randy
candle.
does come back when he rages, he's turn.
Does it go red?
No,
Does
I
it
don't
go
know
black?
if it does colors or not. I have to. This stroke.
If you turn it black, it looks like a spider.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh, okay, I'm good.
You know, I had to reorganize the strobe lights at work today, and they have that little test button. I don't malfunction. That was annoying.
Oh, Reggie you got a 5 on your issue.
Okay, then he'll go last. Come back. Have him give me a dex save, please.
He's got advantage on dex against effects that you can see.
Could we see it come out of the ground?
Why did your dex?
He would have seen a burrow, and then he would have known it was coming, so you could have advantage.
Well, 13 plus 2 or sorry, 13 plus 2. 15. I'm looking at screen. 2, 5.
15 does say.
That's the book.
He flings
Just
himself
barely.
into the mouth of the beast. Say this, I'll say that every word.
I don't have to, right? Because I'm in the air.
Yes, you did not have to make safe because you are in the air. Per usual, taking care of yourself.
Reggie, he's mad because his taxes were audited. He needs your help.
Reggie, he said fuck a CPA.
So, Grim
Fuck
just
a
went.
CDA? Okay, I think I can.
Maggie, you're up with the keep on deck.
Okay, so shit. Okay. Okay.
What? That will make a frick shrivel.
All right. So, okay. Okay. Where am I at?
There's a little gobbo right there.
Over here.
All right.
So I get your mini back from Carol.
I use my reaction to use my scout feature, which allows me to. What do you do now? Anyway, I can move up to when something comes within 5 feet of me, I can move half my movement without provoking an opportunity attack.
Corrected.
I am going to move
Something
those
with small. Is that what that is?
yeah, no, it's my skirmisher. That's my skirmisher move.
It's gone.
That's my skirmisher
Oh,
move.
your skirmisher.
Yeah.
So, where do you want to go?
To those rocks where you can't burrow under them.
Okay. Right there.
Assuming it can't burrow.
Well, I'm assuming that, but I'm gonna feel better on rock and not dirt.
That's
Okay.
your bonus action and your action.
And then my action will be to fire my crossbow, which goes through rock armor like butter. Now with your thing, what's your thing? What does that give me when he's?
So he has disadvantage on wisdom. For me personally, if I hit him with something, he does an extra 1d6.
Oh, okay. So screw all of us as long as you do
Oh,
something.
I cast it out at the second level.
Okay.
And, 22?
Will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And that's going to be
Nope.
sneak attack, which with
No, that would be his first level.
call backstab. And with D8. And
He was the key like rolling his eyes with the whole thing.
25 hit points of damage.
25, 20 damage.
And you see it. Ting.
It's like literally when you see the crossbow, it hits it. It like gets through some of the armor of the creature and shatters at the same time. You get the feeling you did damage, but not quite as much as you expected. You get the feeling it might be resistant. Yeah, like pieces of it are in it.
No, he uses.
We can't afford that to keep. That's why we had to hire an accountant.
Gurgle, 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 gurgle. Pancreatic failure, gurgle. Meanwhile, that's like a soda that was like invented like what 180 years ago.
Yes, 5 cups of sugar, 1 cup of water, and a tablespoon of vinegar.
Everything has a tablespoon of vinegar. It's an old tiny thing. Does that finish your turn, Maggot? Yes. So, Keith, you're up with Victor on deck.
Okay, out of character. Best bang for the buck. What can I do? Stand up or lay on the ground?
Standing up is half your movement.
Okay. Okay.
If you remain on the ground, you can crawl up to half your movement. You can still function like normal. You can cast. You can do a lot of the normal things.
Easier to hit. So,
You're harder to hit at range. You're easier to hit at close combat.
can I move and attack?
Or attack
Stand
and
up.
move. Or the only thing is, he would have an attack of opportunity on you as you be moving out of this 10-foot effective area.
But standing up wouldn't.
Stand up, cast, then move.
Like, sure.
Okay.
But
Stand up.
if you run away, you get an attack of opportunity.
He can smack you with one of those many letters.
Cast. Cast. Need armor on myself.
Yeah.
And then
As you go to move away, he's going to swipe you with his tail. That is going to be a 13 to hit.
my armor class is 15.
So you sprint away, you feel this gust of wind like right over your head. You can move to there. Your main move.
30
Right
foot
there.
walking, so 15 feet.
Yep.
That's probably right there.
So that'll put you there. That'll finish to Keats. Richter,
Okay.
you are up with Reggie on deck. Are you going to run Reggie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I try and animal friendship this thing? Okay.
You gotta roll these.
Well,
No, it has to.
oh, it has to.
Yeah.
It has to roll better.
So it has a wisdom save attached,
Oh, wait, okay.
which it has disadvantage
Animal friendship. Does that have to be a piece?
on. Oh.
Double check that spell for me.
This is not
That
beast bond. Hold on, what on beast? This spell lets you convince a beast that you mean no harm. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell
Plus 2,
fails.
which is
Otherwise, it must save a wisdom save or be charmed by you for the spell's duration. If you or one of your companions harms the target, the spell
Well, it's already been harmed, right?
well, then
Only
once you cast
during
it,
the spell.
Okay.
I will say this much. It's definitely a beast-like creature, but it's operating kind of intelligently.
Yeah.
You get the feeling that it may not be affected by the stuff.
Yeah.
Action economy, people, is a real thing.
Very real.
So what I'll do, I'll stand up with my flamethrower, blast it, and then point it to you.
Allows you to do
Get away from her.
So he's got
Big
to
shit.
That's an option.
TikTok.
Not a.
Oh, for
We're
Thunder
on
Wave?
the Reggie's.
Yeah, what the hell? Let's try Thunder Wave.
Okay. Is that a ranged attack, or do I need to make a save?
That is a con save.
That is a 12 plus 5 is a 17. It saves.
It is half damage.
Do I roll damage?
That is a 6. Hold on. Yeah, let me figure out what damage that is.
Sorry, this isn't our first time playing.
It's only our second combat.
2d8. So roll 2 of the damage.
Get two of those? Two
Yeah,
D8?
2d8s. And they'll take that.
6 and 7.
13. So
6 points of damage. You guys watch as Richter kind of steps forward, brings his hands together. You watch as this thunderclap strikes into the creature. It seems to be pretty resilient in its form. And the thunderclap hits it, and you watch as bits of its mineral form kind of like crack and bits of shale fall off of it. It just kind of like hisses at you in your direction. Its face kind of looks down towards you. As a reaction, it is going to spit acid.
Oh my god.
Give me a dex save, please.
It's a 20, right?
Yep.
20 plus
11 plus 1, 12.
Well, that'll fail. Oh, you take 8 points of acid damage.
Oh, man.
You guys watch as this caustic stream is slammed into Richter. You still have your move and your bonus action. And it just used its reaction. It just used its
Are
reaction.
you
So
down to 3?
because he forgot to do his long rest.
Yeah.
We got long
Oh,
rests.
okay,
You're
we got.
all health, sir.
Okay, never mind.
It's hard to find good help.
Sorry.
Bugbear's like, oh, I think I'm injured. Oh, wait. No, I took a nap. I'm good. One moment.
Okay, I'm
False
at
is
10.
the case.
Okay, much better. Okay, I forgot about the long nap.
So you still have your move and your bonus
Yeah.
action.
Should I do another spell or should I do like
Can't
Does
do
it
another
like that? No,
spell.
I have a dagger, quarterstaff.
Got your bonus action.
You got a combat wild shape.
That's it. Or an
Combat wild shape.
yeah, it allows you to wild shape. So you can't cast spells, but well, you was it for Circle of Moon Druid wild shape? It's you should know this.
Start checking.
Well, what level is he?
He is level 3, so it's half the level, right?
Yeah.
For the CR.
I think he's half the CR right now. And he can't do shapes that fly.
Yeah.
It's either 1/4 or half CR. I forget.
Because Moon Circle of the Moon is specific.
What do you want to turn into?
That thing.
No. Good effort, but
Thank you for
no.
playing.
No, I don't know. I can turn
Bonus
into one of
action
the other
wild
characters.
shape, right?
I can
So
turn
like you can turn into a wolf, you can turn into a hawk, an owl, you can turn into a bear.
bear might do
You
some
can turn into a bear.
Yeah, turn
Okay.
into a bear. Let's do that.
Alright. Bonus action.
So you're shedding the bug. You become full bear against the bug.
Yeah, there we go.
Get rid of the pain of being a man.
Bear. That's your bonus action. Do you want to move at all? You will not trigger attack of opportunity because it already used its reaction.
I think I should probably move back like everybody else.
I'll finish Richter. Reggie, you are up, and we'll be at the top of the second round. With Talia on deck.
Move like rage.
Oh Lord, pull out my briefcase.
Yeah, he would go, you're hurting my friends. I don't like that.
You
Hit me
scratched my briefcase.
It's you 1099.
When you came on the ground, you knocked my abacus down, and
So listen, I decided to rage
Son of a bitch.
because it turns out that it is a section XY deductible. That while I'm raging, anything that I kill costs us only half as much, but I still get the full write-off in its value as well.
I'm also going to do a reckless attack.
And I am known to be reckless, so here I go.
What's this water?
What would he do?
I'm feeling silly.
We're going
Sorry.
base with the
Sorry,
creatures of
sir.
On base with the creature.
Charge!
Bite the tail.
Bashy,
Okay, so we get, you want to roll?
Bashy, bashy, smashy, smashy.
Bashy, bashy, smashy.
Well, each of you roll one. Okay, so, that's 19 plus 7, so
26 will
26
definitely
will
hit.
hit,
Yeah.
and
1d8
I do
plus 5.
1d8. 8, yeah.
6 plus 5.
6, 11, yeah, 11 plus 8.
So it has some movement
And that's
left.
bludgeoning.
He calls action rage.
That's hammer bludgeoning.
That's bludgeoning?
Mhm.
What was the total damage?
11.
11. What was the
That's
dice
a
roll?
And it was 6.
Yeah.
6. So
Yeah,
that's
I already
12
included
plus
that.
its modifier. It is vulnerable to bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
12
We noticed
plus.
that it hits it harder.
We'll resolve that for you if you tell me what the modifier is.
3 and plus 5.
Plus 3, then plus 2 for aging. So
Yes.
17 points of damage done to it. You guys notice that as Reggie charges into it and he brings his warhammer, smashing into it, you watch as huge shards of like kind of like calcified salt from where it's been in the mine, and the shale undercoating of its armor just cracks like glass. You watch his pieces just slop off of its form. As you realize, it looks like it's vulnerable to bludgeoning damage. So that was, does he want to move at all?
No.
Doesn't trigger attack of opportunity if he does, because he already used his reaction.
Oh,
Creature
just-
damage.
I-
Oh, I'm just gonna stay here.
I'm going to absorb all the hit
Do what I'm
points while
saying.
you guys do the whole thing.
Guys.
All right. In that case, it's going to use its one legendary action. It is going to use Feral Strike on Reggie and try to sting him. That is an 8 plus 5,
Oh.
13.
He gets advantage. He
Oh,
gets
that's right,
advantage
because
on his
reckless.
attacks.
Yeah. That is 9 plus 5, 14.
Miss.
14. This
Wait,
is
this is,
14
oh no,
versus
14 to
16.
hit, yeah.
Okay, that
He
is
doesn't go
going
up
to
with
be
um,
2
No.
points of piercing damage, halved to 1, but I do need a con save.
After one.
Because of raging.
Okay, I didn't know if you were going to do that.
con save. 19.
Definitely save. So take half of 26 points of poison damage. But he is not poisoned because he resisted it.
He was slowly realizing that for the price of 5 level 3 adventures, he probably just get 2
Hey. Hey.
That'll take us to the top of the second round. Talia, you are up with the creature on deck.
seeing that it hit, his warhammer hit him harder, I'm going to pull out my warhammer and I'm going to fly into with him.
Okay.
Still, being up in the air, and I'm going to
Do a
attack him.
drive-by.
No, 'cause,
The van door, the side of the van door opens and take that,
Smack him with
west
their
side.
and I'm going to
What's side Eric Cochran?
That's right.
smash it with my hammer.
Go for it.
That's 4.
22 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Multiply the die roll by 2, and then add the modifier.
Die roll 2. So 4
Okay.
plus 2.
So 6 points of bludgeoning damage. You watch as shattered shale and crystal salt sprays off the creature. It's going to use its reaction to use caustic acid on you. Give you next save with advantage because you are flying. But 13 will fail. And take 5 points of acid damage as a stream of caustic acid comes out of its mouth, smacking you in the wings and side.
Damn it! I was just training those.
No, they're all burnt off, remember?
That's why I was training.
Your feathers are doing good, man. Last time you got
It'll
your
open the pores. It'll make it easier to pluck you.
Okay.
Why she doesn't spa? Why her Eric Coker doesn't go into the jacuzzi? As soon as she gets out, people start pulling feathers off of her.
oh, come out so much easier.
Get rid of the mites.
all around
So that was, you still have move left because he used his reaction. He could move without triggering a reaction. He already did his reaction.
I'll move.
Well,
Back
they take
out
half
of where. Yeah, but just back
Anything you want to do with your bonus action? Yes, spiritual
Sure,
weapon.
my spiritual weapon.
Wait,
you
are
are
cantrips bonus actions?
No.
They can be, as long as they say so in the spell
none
description.
of my cantrips.
There is a custom rule we could take into consideration that works pretty well at 2 of my other tables. All cantrips are a bonus action.
I would love
You guys want to try that out?
The one time I don't have a spellcaster.
You
It's
never
something
run a
cool.
spellcaster.
I know. I don't.
So
No, I
we
did.
can try that out tonight, see if you guys
One
like it.
One go.
You play
I like
one
it.
paladin.
You like it? You like it? You like it? I like it.
I like it.
I like it.
Because that means
So from this point on, unless we, choose otherwise, all cantrips are a bonus action. That way you have a little bit more to do with your bonus action.
Then I would like to chill touch him.
Chill touch?
Yep.
Yeah, you can do that before moving away. Go for it.
At 120.
No meta.
That's good.
No meta.
I don't have to.
Ah.
I mean, I have it, but I don't have it there.
You've been playing long enough to not pull that meta shit on me all week. God damn it. Disadvantage on it.
Chill touch.
Enigma would have fucking smacked your ass for that one.
I can't.
So you're going to chill touch, then move away?
It's range.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
Touch part.
15? 15 will just barely hit.
Oh, okay.
What's the damage type?
necrotic.
Okay. No no vulnerabilities with that.
3, and then
Oh no.
I didn't.
Okay.
No,
D&D
it's
Beyond
only I
dice.
can target 2 creatures.
Somebody in Vegas
You
must
said
have
3
invented,
points of necrotic damage?
3 points of necrotic.
Okay.
somebody in Vegas must have invented the dice rolling system
Alright.
for.
Then you move away, so that'll finish Talia's turn. Or use his reaction, so he is going to burrow underground.
I would like an attack of opportunity. What?
Do a special ability he has and decides to burrow. And he is going to end up on top of the cave. He comes out at the base of it and falls up to the top of it. Look down at everybody. And then he is going to use Spine Cloud. I need Grimmett, Keith, and Reggie to give me deck saves. He does have advantage because you can see it coming.
Next
Yep.
is 21.
That saves. Keith, deck save.
Didn't we just do this?
Yeah.
18 naturals.
Yep, you're good. 7. So as both Grimmett and Takit like dodge
You're flying.
This Reggie.
Reggie, you watch as a cloud of needle-sized spines just come down into the area. You two take half of 18 points of piercing damage, so 9 points. Reggie will take 18 points of piercing, but he's raging, so half the 9. And that will finish the creature's turn. Grim, you are up with Maggot on deck.
Yep. 1 second, I gotta do my damage. All right. How far is this big bad and ugly from me?
He is 40, he's 60 feet from you.
60 feet. That's all I need. I'm gonna cast Instant Whispers at the 2nd level. He needs to give me a Wisdom save. Yes.
So just because this very rarely ever happens to me, I rolled the move. I rolled the twice. Rolled 2 natural 20s.
No, no.
My arm moved. Ah! I should have taken a picture of my phone. I'll do my phone next time.
So 18. You have 20.
I rolled double nat. That might be my second time in like a year.
Since you were so gracious with my meta slip out.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to believe
Double
you.
20.
4, 6, 7, 7.
So all bonus actions. All right. I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery. So it means another wisdom.
Okay. This is it.
Disadvantage on you, disadvantage on the cow.
That is a 6.
It fails. It is going to take 1d4 psychic plus 1d6 product. I need to come quick though. You look like if a moldy hot dog made it with an inchworm.
Ted tilts at you. Has no idea what your language is, but because you're like strange looking, to stare at you just gives it a headache.
All right, so that is a total of 4 points of psychic and 3 points of necrotic.
Just watches like around its face, some of the salt and shale kind of crack away and turn to dust come off its face. Kind of hissing at the air, not sure where the noise and the language came from. Anything else you want to do? Is that your move?
I am
You
going to
could've
stay
Oh, that. It's no, it's a reaction.
because it has a pretty if it was able to hit Reggie.
Yeah, you could actually.
Okay. Stay put. Maggie. Maggot, you're up with the key on deck.
He's got a question. Please.
Yeah.
Question.
What's up?
Shield is a reaction spell. Could I have thrown that up against this flaming attack?
I thought you already. Oh, that's right. You did mage armor. Yeah, you could have done shield against it, but it was a deck save, so that would have only garnered you advantage on your deck save.
Because
It wasn't a ranged hit.
It wasn't.
You usually want to reserve shield for ranged attacks or melee attacks. It's usually what you want to
No,
do.
with the spike. What's the spike thing?
Yeah.
it was a dex.
It was a deck save.
Oh, deck save. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. All right.
So you're up, Maggot, with the key on deck.
Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action dash, and I'm going to dash into the cave. Okay, so that's my bonus action. Then I'll do my full movement
Okay.
into the cave.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
As you get to the entrance of the cave,
And
the floor is littered with ruptured eggshells all in front of you. And you can see like 4 foot long versions of what's out there,
Mhm.
kind of slithering around. Dozens of
Okay.
them.
Okay.
As someone that-
That's your move and your bonus action. You still have your action.
As
We
someone
retrieve.
who's 3
If
feet
we
tall,
retrieve this one,
They're bigger than him.
4 foot.
What's your passive perception?
my passive perception is 16.
There's a heavy bat guano smell. And that's when you look up and the entire interior of the cave, because it's currently daylight outside,
Mhm.
is just a river of bats inside the cave, inside the cave entrance.
Okay. I'm going to.
Can't tell.
I am going to light a flask of oil.
Pull out a flask, light it,
Light
your
it.
action.
That's my action.
Yep,
Okay.
okay. You are in the cave when you do that. There's a slight plume of like blue light when you light it,
Mm-hmm.
like the gas is quickly consumed around you. You realize that it's pretty flammable in here.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
That'll finish Baggett's
Someone
turn.
remembers
To
burning
keep,
back
you're
lines,
up
say
with
more.
Richter on deck. So when I say Richter on deck, that usually means you start playing.
Like you're swinging the bat with the
consorting with
weights
him.
on it
Consorting. Let's do it.
and talking to the third base coach. Yeah.
Wear rubber.
She's watching.
Well, I would expect
You hit a home run, take it in for the touchdown,
Which bolt?
Which bolt?
and make that 3-pointer.
Which you are now concentrating on. As long as you hit, roll the hit.
16
Yeah,
plus.
that'll
I'm not-
hit.
and it's 2d12.
Yeah, that's a good spell. I like which bolt.
my 15 hit, so.
Looks like it's a bench bowl.
14.
Right, you're currently concentrating on
Oh.
that. And what kind of
I'm
damage do you do?
concentrating on something.
Ele-
That's right. Oh,
Don't you do your intelligence bonus
did
and
you
damage?
take any damage while
Do I?
concentrating?
I did.
Does
Let
he-
me,
10 or higher.
Does your intelligence bonus give you plus the damage on the witch bolt?
14.
Your spell attack modifier should, I think.
Oh.
Or your spell modifier.
Right.
14.
Spell
So,
modifier.
14?
14
Okay,
plus
so you're
6,
good.
20. That brings it up.
Well, check the spell. Sometimes it'll say that you get
Just making sure
add
you
your
get
spell modifier to the damage. Depends on the spell. I know Witch Bolt's a pretty powerful spell. It's one of the better ones that Warlocks have.
Let's say
Okay.
We'll check the spell casting a little later. We'll call it 20 points. And Witch Bolt is lightning damage or
Yes.
force lightning, right?
Both.
beam of crackling blue energy,
Energy?
forming a sustained arc of light.
Oh, lightning. Okay.
Yeah.
Four crimes.
Force.
Well, yeah.
You guys watch as he, like when he casts this Witch Bolt, you notice that his face configuration kind of changes with the illumination of his power. And you watch as the energy comes crackling out of his fingers, slams up into the front carapace of the creature, arcing up and down its form. You watch this huge swaths of shale and like the mineralized salt covering fall away from it. It's starting to show damage. That's a good chunk of damage that time. So movement, bonus action.
Yeah, I'll run up to it and she'll touch it. No.
you
I'm concentrating.
can still move and do a bonus action cantrip.
Um,
Concentration just means if you cast another concentration spell, it drops the previous concentration effect.
I will move to behind that boulder, but still keeping,
Okay. Even line of sight on
yeah, kind of
this one or that one.
the far one. Closer to me.
Go ahead and move yourself behind one for me. All right. Blinded.
Trying to take part.
All right. That'll finish to Keith's turn. Richter, you're up with Reggie on deck. You're currently a bear, so you take on the stats of the bear, but you maintain your intelligence and your wisdom because you are a druid.
They were looking to firebomb the cave, I guess, right? On Mars.
You watch as Maggot goes sprinting in, and so there's a flare of light
and a massive explosion of guano shoots out and covers you.
Dubious little creature causing this. This is no.
Yeah, should I maul it as the bear? Like try some mauling action?
You can try.
He is currently up on top of the cave, so he's about
Yeah.
40 feet away from you.
He's
It's
out.
difficult terrain, so you have your movement to get up there. So if
Yeah.
you did your movement and your action to get in the base with him, it would just leave you a
Just be a
bonus
waste, yeah. So I'm just probably gonna chill.
action. You stay there.
I'm gonna stay there.
Go ahead and pull up the bear. So I have it. So I've got your stats here. Your speed is 40. Oh, wait a minute. You have a climb speed.
Oh,
You're able to climb 30 feet. So you get within its effective range by climbing up on top of the cavern if you want
hey,
to.
let's give it a shot, man. I'll take a whack at it.
Literally.
I love to watch bears climb because it's so funny to watch them climb.
You are multi-attack,
They're so
so you
big.
get a bite and a claw attack that plus 4 to your hit. So I will use 20 and add a 4 to it.
16 plus 4.
That'll generate it. Roll a d6 plus 2. Go bite.
Oh, 3.
3. Okay, go ahead and make a claw attack. Roll a d20 and add a 4 to it.
Oh,
That's sick. 8.
8 will miss. If you feel your claw just
Yeah.
spark across its like mineral armor that it maintains. So that will finish your turn. For some reason, all of her pets never fly. You know, I think most of them have it. That's true. Or I Yeah. That'll finish Richter's turn. Reggie is up. And then we'll be getting at the third round. You're up, Reggie.
Okay,
Never seen it. I'm supposed to see it.
Oh.
so bonus action, he's gonna hidden step, which is magically turn invisible.
Okay.
Okay, and now he's gonna use his dash. He's gonna use his action to get up there as close to the beast to make a move attack as possible.
Okay, so he's going to use his move and his dash to be as close as he can.
Right. To get in the face of the creature.
So his normal move is 30. Right?
Yeah, 30 dash.
We don't do the
No, we win.
we don't do the invisible.
Oh, that's true. No,
Well,
we're not gonna do.
it's-
Let's recon.
Not do.
We're not gonna do the hidden step. We're just gonna bum rush him.
50 to the cave.
Yeah, but dash is double your movement.
Right. No, dash is not double your movement. Dash action is your movement plus your movement.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, movement.
So he's 30 feet, right?
Mhm.
So 50 feet to get to the base, and the creature's 20 feet up.
Okay.
So he can get to the base of the cave, but would not be able to make an attack.
All right, I'll at least get him to the base.
Okay. Go ahead and move that. You still want to be invisible or not?
No.
Okay.
He's
All right.
probably got enough cover.
The end of
there.
his turn, creature has a 20-foot reach for its stinger. So for its legendary action, 20% sting.
If you get
attack. He keeps the rage. That's true.
13 plus 5 is
Yeah.
an 18, so that'll hit. Give me a con save, please. That's going to be 2 points of piercing, half to 1. What'd you get? Oh, 2. That is going to be 21
you got
points.
6.
It's 21 points of poison damage.
Yeah.
And he is currently poisoned.
No, he's not poisoned. He's unconscious.
You
Oh,
are
he's
not looking happy
unconscious?
when you're hiring decisions to keep.
Was he at full long rest? Was his stats all up to date? Okay.
Yeah, because he took 29 points of poison damage.
And he's currently unconscious on the ground. That will finish the legendary action.
He's out of rage then.
Top of the third round, Talia, you are up with a creature on deck.
Okay, I see him fall, so I'm going to swoop down, trying to stay out of the creature's range.
The rage is in the creature's range.
I know, but if I'm 5 feet
Well, it's kind of in the creature's range, but the bear is in base with it as well. So.
if I'm 5 feet back from Reggie, I should be out.
Spellcheck is really.
You can move it on the ledge.
I'm gonna heal it.
Drive-by healing.
Well, what's your fly?
Smack
40 or
before he
60?
runs at that. Oh, yeah.
Is it air coker?
Just comes by.
Is it fly speed?
Gets a big powder.
Pitch that field.
You should have fly speed for on your character sheet. It should be where your movement
Still,
speed.
still touching and putting out his misery.
You say fly 30? Okay.
I'm sorry, Richie.
We
can't let you
fly.
take
Meant
it.
to be you.
Yeah,
Yeah, that gets you barely into base with them. 30 feet.
you can't let the enemy take you.
And I'm going to heal.
What do you have?
Think the rabbit fight. He just sort of like is dying by being
He
from
gets
the
15
spot.
points back.
Okay. Hit points. He's no longer unconscious. But he is
Did you
prone.
calculate?
That was your move and your action. What's your bonus
Tick.
action?
Chill touch.
Go for it. Con save, right?
No, it's not.
Oh, that wasn't safe. Oh, that's right. Cold.
Product.
Why is chill touch cold, not cold? Because it's the chill of the undead.
The chill of death.
Go with that.
Oh, that's the chill of
I
death.
got a
14 just missed as you cast the
Chill touch,
necrotic
but
beam
you
up
only
towards
attack
the
in the
creature and it just kind of slams off the carapace, not really doing any damage to it. That'll finish Talia's turn. The creature is up with Grim
Did
on
you slide
deck.
on the? You ever slid on ice
No.
without a shirt on?
No.
So he's going to coil around in the ruin of the mine and take its bite attack on the bear.
Ouch.
That is going to be a 2 plus 10 is a 12. Your AC is 11 as a bear, so I'll just hit.
This is a free.
Yeah, that's true.
That your current HP is 30 points. So you currently have 30 hit points as a bear.
Oh, so when you become a bear,
It starts
It's-
all over.
you have 30 hit points as a bear. When all those 30 hit points are gone, then you revert back to your
Back to
character and
mine,
hit hit
yeah.
points.
Yeah.
So you're good on that.
So
you'll have
you
no hit
will
points.
take 18 points of piercing damage from the bite.
Good.
Still have 12 points left. As it hurled to stone. Bonus action. It is
Going to fall over and die. Surrender.
It's going to call for its brethren as it belts out this chirping sound. Maggot, you notice that all the creatures in the cavern are getting excited, like they're reacting to the sound the insect creatures make,
Okay.
like they're about to swarm.
Okay.
That'll finish the creature's turn. Grim, you're up with Maggot on deck.
We're going to see if lightning can strike twice. Dissonant whispers. Wisdom save, please. At the second level.
Disadvantage, right?
Yes. Still next.
That is 6 minus 1 is a 5.
That's a 5. It fails. So it does an extra. It is going to do 46 of psychic and 1d6 of necrotic. So
Go
let's
for
get
it.
my 46. So for the psychic damage, it is going to take 5, 7, 6, 4, 5, 1. That's 16 points of psychic.
Yes.
And then a point of necrotic. It is also
It has to
going to
immediately
spend-
run away, right?
yeah, it immediately has to use its reaction to move as far away from me as possible. It does not obviously move into anything dangerous such as fire or.
It will use this to run away. So go ahead and make an attack of opportunity right there, because it's going to move out of base with you. Crawl across the top of the cave and over to the other side of it.
Yeah, 20.
Okay. Add a 4.
13.
17.
That'll hit. Roll for damage. That'll be the bite. 1d6 plus 2.
Seven.
Points of piercing damage. Bite into it. You feel your teeth almost bend backwards from the hardness of its armor as it skitters away from you. For some reason, it seems fearful of something. That'll finish Grim. You still want to move or do anything else?
How far is it from you?
It is 20 feet up.
We're doing 60.
Barrel.
Barely.
Right at 60 feet.
Vicious mockery. Wisdom save, please.
I
At
did
disadvantage.
That is a 3-1 is a 2.
That's a 2. It fails. That's right. You better fucking run. That's a D. I do a D4 plus a D6, so D4 of psychic. 2 points of psychic. 6 points of necrotic.
All right, that'll finish Grim's turn unless you want to move.
No, I'm stay put.
All right, Maggot, you are up with the key on deck.
With that fire.
Fuck yeah!
Okay, so as you throw it,
Right.
just give me. Are you strength or dex based?
Dex based.
The dex based. So give me a ranged attack as you throw it, just to make sure you don't fuck it up.
Okay. I mean, I got a 10.
All right, that'll do it. That's enough. It doesn't quite get into the middle of the swarm,
No.
but it gets into the swarm, and you watch.
And then I
as it-
run.
Honestly,
Yeah,
you probably
you-
want
so-
it at the front of the swarm.
So you turn, and for your movement and your bonus action, you're moving like you did before.
I'm just gonna dive right outside the cave and hide.
Okay, give me a stealth check. If you do that. You go right by a gradually recovering measure.
Jesus,
What's going
I
on?
can't roll for shit today. A
Okay.
1.
A 1.
Fucking-
So as you go running out of the cave, as you go run out of the cave to hide,
Probably rolled a 1.
you feel your feet kind of like intertwined between each other,
Yeah.
and you fall prone right in
And I
front
just
of the
go,
cave.
this is gonna hurt. Fuck.
So, and your turn as a flame is beginning to build inside, and you guys can hear like this pronounced loud skittering sound, and then suddenly you watch as a plume of bats come rushing out of the cave. That'll finish Maggot's turn. To keep, you're up with Richter on deck.
Are they
Roll
the
for-
bats the size
I don't
of-
even think I get a save, right? It's just
Are they
Yeah,
bats
no,
the
it's
size
just
of
I keep
Belfry?
rolling damage.
yeah.
Are they bats the size of Belfry?
Oh, yeah.
No,
16.
they're a normal swarm of bats.
Almost one of bats.
16 points of lightning damage. Once again, the energy crackling up its form. Big chunks of rock and salt shale just coming off of its form, exposing some of the kind of gooey insides. It's looking a little bit rough. So, movement, bonus action. Anything you want to do there, Tiki?
No, it skittered off.
You did.
It didn't
Okay.
go. It just
Richter, you're still a bear. You're up with Reggie on deck.
Well, I guess we have.
How far away is it from me?
It's
range?
within 30 feet of your climb speed. You
Okay.
can come over the top.
I'll take another swipe at it. Bite
Okay.
and claw.
Get a bite and a claw at it.
And then the tear.
Okay, 20 now.
The mauling and the scratching.
Do I do 20 or
Yeah, 20 to
That's
10.
what you can.
Oh,
It's
10.
plus 10 plus. What's the plus for the bite attack?
Plus 4.
Plus 14?
14 will just miss, unfortunately.
Oh.
Feel the teeth scrape off the carapace of the creature.
Okay, now claw attack.
Yeah.
She's in her first.
7
7
Yes.
plus
plus 4 is 11. That'll miss as well as you sparks from your claws going up alongside of it. There is a very bright light forming off to your right at this point. You feel a little bit of heat
Oh,
billowing
that's
out
right.
of the
I'm
interior.
right on top of the
cavern.
cave. Damn.
Also, a shit ton of bats.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
just
that's
shit to the
right.
swarm of bats swarming out of the cavern. Reggie is up, prone on the ground, but conscious again.
Beast speak.
Beast speak.
Speech of the beast.
Speech of the beast.
You can communicate in a limited manner with beasts, plants, and vegetation. Stand your word, do not understand anything. And you have advantage on all throws and checks to control.
Intimidation. Give me an intimidation check.
You roll it. I stink tonight. My
That's
guy
just your
stunk
armpit.
last night too.
Yeah,
With advantage. This is also okay.
it says advantage, sure.
Okay.
Well, it's a little confused. It's not sure why its food is talking to it. It's also confused by the bats swarming out of the cave, but senses danger about something going on in the cave. Yeah. So is that a bonus action that he did that? He's
Says special.
it's an innate ability. So you still have your action, bonus action, your move, and you're
Well,
currently
he's
prone.
gonna get up
Okay, so it's half your movement.
and he's going to step away from the flaming cave.
Okay. How far?
In his movement. That way. Away from the cave,
Towards the key.
towards the
15 feet. Okay.
because it's flaming.
So far.
Fire back.
Fire bad. And he hurt.
He's running towards the keep. That'll finish his turn. Creature's going to use its legendary action to tail swipe at, or use its stinger on you. That is a 9 plus 5, 14, which will hit because you're 11. That is 2 points of piercing damage. I need a con save. And you can use your druid con because you maintain your form as druid. So you use your con save.
Do the +1.
Plus one, okay, so 20 plus 9 plus 1, 10.
10, no, fail. You are
Is that a
currently
six?
That's
Poison?
That's a 6.
That's a 6 plus 1, 7, sorry.
you're currently
Nine's
poisoned,
got-
and you take
Probably 20.
18 points of poison damage.
Oh, well,
So
I'm
you
dead.
revert back to
You're
your.
unconscious.
How many hit points did you
Oh
have
no,
left?
you.
I had
revert
12
back.
left.
So 6 points move into your druid pool. Back in your bugbear form.
Shit, I totally forgot about the bugbear. I was just gonna say. What's a
Fork.
fucking bugbear?
Bugbear and orc. Fork.
Bork.
Or
He's a bork. That's
Bork.
right.
Or Bjork.
York.
Bjork.
And when he's not fighting, he's cooking.
I'm a bugbear.
If it was going to be York, he'd have to do like a psychic damage based
Right.
character for
Yeah.
confusing the shit out of
Yeah, no
everybody.
shit.
No, so I wanted to play like a Yoko Ono character where her scream makes everyone die.
It would just be you screaming, and then one of us doing the strawberry face.
And I'll yeah,
It'd have to be like a band.
yeah, I was a banshee.
That'll be the top of the 4th round. Talia, you're up with the creature on deck.
And it makes any bard want to get in bed with her and not want to play in the band anymore.
They go a different creative
You
direction.
can go a different way.
Go visit a communist country.
Yeah.
Can I fly up to it? I have enough space. 5, 10, 15, 20?
Yeah.
Do I have enough movement to get up to it and hit it with the hand? Or
Well, you're currently 10 feet in the air. So you can fly up 10 and over 20 to get near enough to hit it. I'll put you like right here on the pillar.
Remind me to talk about a new
with my
concept I
hammer?
have.
It's based on like Yoko Ono or John Legend or John Legend.
You from?
Maggie.
I'm poisoned, yeah.
I don't hit him with my warhammer, but I'm gonna bonus action chill touch him,
Okay, go for it.
and I don't hit him.
Okay. Whiff with the hammer and then kind of like, and you watch as the chill touch bounces off the hardened surface of the creature.
I'm gonna draw speed damage and nothing. Yeah.
And
It's going to use its reaction to tail swipe you.
didn't it already?
It has to use, or no, that was its immediate reaction.
Yeah, it's immediate. New round. It uses its legendary
Okay, but
action.
didn't it do that to Richard?
No, it uses its legendary action. And it's a new round. Your effect ends at
At the end of the
end of the round.
yeah, it's only at the end.
So he's currently.
I was thinking of a different spell that
Yeah.
keeps it going.
He is the DM. He doesn't know his kids are monsters.
I don't know all the spells. So some spells I'm not familiar with. And that was more of a spell check than a monster check. So reaction against you because you tried to attack it. Tail swipe is an 18 to hit. That is going to be 11
Oh, wait.
points. Of
I have my
bludgeoning
reaction.
damage.
Never mind. It's too late. I have my reaction. I took silvery barbs.
Too late.
Yeah. And I think it's also at 60.
Yeah, it's silver bar is 30,
60.
60. Yeah, he's a little further back because you scared it off. Scared. You scared it off. All right. So that was its reaction to your attack. You're done. The creature is up. You know what? It's going to try to bite you there, Talia. That is a 13 to hit. The bite is not hit. It is not going to move. It's
Wait,
going
did I
to
hear that
stay up.
13. It rolled a 3.
Plus 10 to hit.
That's nice.
That'll finish its turn. Grim,
Natty 20,
you are
I
up with
rolled a
Maggot on
30.
deck.
3 is fun.
And it has legendary.
As one. And its legendary action can only come at the bottom of its turn. So whoever's last in the initiative lamp triggers his legendary action.
Which is Reggie.
Who's Reggie? Our half cow meat.
You notice the flames begin to billow out of the cavern. You can hear a series of pops and fizzling sounds like things are
Just
being consumed.
Just like Grandma used to make.
Fried worm. We love it.
That's the first protein.
All right, Grim,
source
you're
we'll
up
have
with
in
Maggot
weeks.
on deck.
All right, I'm up. I have a question. Can offhand attacks be ranged?
If you have crossbow proficiency and you're carrying a hand crossbow, I'm okay with that.
Okay. I'm going to see if I can do my offhand attack with the dagger.
What's the range on a dagger?
A dagger is 6 feet.
So he's 60 feet away, so you'd have disadvantage on the ranged attack. You would
Oh,
not
the
get the
little fire
modifier
coming
for damage, but you get the modifier to hit.
Okay, so I'm going to move to get within 30 feet of it.
Okay. That would give you a normal attack.
What does the DM do? Pull out fire. Let me just put some fire coming out of it. Oh, I happen to have some fire here.
But there's no LEDs in it.
There's no LEDs in it.
All right, so now it's a normal attack.
Okay.
All right. So
Yeah,
I'm
let me
going
see it
to,
blow.
and I'm specifically throwing it at one of the soft spots.
Sure. I mean, you could try.
I'm going to try.
Minus 40 hit.
So you get your to hit bonus,
All right.
regular, but you do not get your damage bonus.
No,
Because
we're
I'll
gonna
hit.
up the damage right now. So that is a 15.
You will just barely hit.
Just
You
hit.
watch as the dagger tumbles, and right in one of the fractured out like areas of its form, it just sticks into the meat in between the scales.
Okay. So that was my off.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my unit bonus action.
Correct. Don't get to roll damage. Just don't add your damage line.
I won't have my damage on, but it does get a d6 of. Yep. That's 4 points of.
And warlock stackings.
I like playing
Warlock.
spellcasters that aren't
You're a
warlocks
Barlock.
that do warlock.
You're a Barlock.
That is 6 points.
Have you
of
seen this? Have you seen the character build for a war tank or warlock tank?
Oh, I've been meaning to
They
watch
call
that
it a tank
one.
block.
What is it?
I haven't looked at it yet.
3 levels in fighter, 1 level in wizard, 2 levels in warlock, 5 levels in warlock,
But evidently, it's a hell of a
So,
tank.
6
and then a
points of
4th level
pride,
barbarian.
and then I'm going to rock concentration on Hex.
Okay. see it?
Choose that you can see within range. I know I
Give
threw
me,
it.
I know, but give me a perception check to make sure that the dagger's visible to
All right.
you.
15.
Okay, it's still visible, barely, but you can still barely see
All right,
it.
so that's 2d8s.
And heat metal's concentration, correct?
Yeah, that's why I dropped
Yep,
concentration
gotcha.
on hex. So 2d8 fire damage. That's 8 points of fire damage.
Okay. You watch as the outside area where the dagger is kind of boils a little bit, and then it just kind of like little mucousy pustules start popping around where the wound is, as you get the feeling that the heated dagger is causing internal damage. It's starting to look rough.
My gut
Shit,
hurt.
I like.
My poop tube, which is also my heart, lungs, and everything else.
So I'll finish
Hurts.
Grim's turn. Maggot, you're up with heat on deck.
Okay. I crawl around the corner.
You're like,
And I
and,
crawl around the corner.
give me a deck save because the heat of the fire is like right on your backside as you crawl away. Crawl 15
If
feet,
you
you take no
took
damage because you do it all.
16
Yeah, you're
plus.
good. Okay, you're good. You get out of the heat of the fire that's kind of like boiling out of the cave right now.
And I'll move around to where that pillar is.
Okay.
And I'll hide by that pillar.
You can see stealth check.
If I
You're
can.
still prone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 19.
19. Okay. Good to know. Finish your turn.
And can I want to make a crossbow attack.
Go for it. Roll the hit. Get advantage because you are hiding.
All right. I rolled a 3 and a 1.
Dude, you need to get new dice. These
This
dice
one
are
sucks
toxic.
too. Really
Here, I
Okay.
have extra d20 here. You can use my lucky ones.
No, sorry. I don't wanna- if I touch him, I'll curse him.
That
Dan.
was the first one you threw was a 14, the second one you threw was a 19.
Floor dice for the
I'm
win.
not, I'm not using it. I'm gonna start rolling
You're
like
like
this.
you're like you're like
Told you, dude.
you're like you guys watch as Maggot's like hidden behind the rocks, still pro, and he I got you, bastard. Pulls the trigger. The crossbow goes. The bolt goes flying perfectly towards it, and the creature shifts slightly, just enough for its tail to get in the way, and the bolt just shatters in like hundreds of pieces.
Everyone takes shrapnel damage. That's how bad I'm lucky. All right, I'm gonna go with my dice. Oh.
That'll finish Maggot's turn to keep. You are
I-
up with
I
Richter on
have
deck.
done that. There is a range on that
What's the range?
spell. 30 feet.
30 feet.
So I need to be up in
Put yourself behind that rock over there. Yeah, that's fine. Put you right there.
Is that 30 feet-ish?
Yep, that is.
Okay.
And
Roll for damage.
yeah, I'll roll 2 20s.
3 points of light damage. Anything you want to do with your bonus action? Okay. Richter, you are up with Reggie on deck.
Okay, Grimmeth has convinced me to do heat metal.
Okay, so you are now concentrating on heat metal, so roll for damage.
And that's a 20, right?
No, because you're
So the damage
Yep.
8, right? The D8,
what level are you casting the spell?
level 2, I believe. The
I believe
second
it's
level,
2d8.
2D8. Okay.
There's a diamond.
3 and an
11 points of fire damage. All right. Do you want to move it all?
8. Yeah, I want to get away from it.
Okay. Move you down into the ruined building structure. Give me acrobatics, or no, give me your strength check. Give me athletics. You climb down into the ruined structure.
That's 20.
D20.
D20.
Disadvantage because you are poisoned. So 2d20 and take the lower of the two rolls. Be sure to add your acrobatics to it. Or your athletics, sorry.
5 or 16. I'll take the 5, I guess, huh? And add my +1, 6.
6. So you will fall prone into the ruins. You take 2 points of falling damage.
Number 2 health.
Cool. Hey, maybe don't listen to me and heal yourself.
Well, he did heat
I
metal
did
damage,
at 11
but he also
damage.
ran away.
Oh,
But he had to run down
Hell
into the
yeah.
ruin.
Because there's no rule saying we can't use the same conduit.
But then I ate crap into the ruins.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a give and a take.
Because he's poisoned, so he had disadvantage on his
I'm
athletics.
kind of stumbling. Poison. Uh-oh.
Oh, no, it fell into the smoke and down into the pit. It falls 1,000 feet. Yeah.
All right, Reggie, you're up.
How
The arrow?
would that help me transport it?
Doesn't feel like it.
I don't have enough room to put.
That's
Oh, the warmer
why
up there.
I don't know.
I know, don't worry about
I
it.
don't know. You guys told me to
Reggie,
take them all out. I said,
can't really detect it,
What's that?
So Reggie can't really detect it, you know,
Nope, where's it going?
and there's no critters coming out of the cave yet?
Not yet. Flames are building. It's getting more and more combusted.
More and more combusted. Can he climb up? He can't climb up the wall.
It could, it'd just be a difficult terrain, so we have to move it.
And it's 15 to it, so he can't get over it.
Unless he uses action back. 6 seconds.
No, he can stay down here. He's gonna wait for the critter to come down.
Okay. That'll finish Reggie's turn. The creature will use its legendary action on. It's going to focus on Grim this time, since you're in range of its caustic stream. I need you to make a deck save, please.
All right. Hold on, let me just see something
That's what I get every time I go to war.
Caustic stream.
So it's dexterity?
dude,
Yep, deck
that
save.
chilling act.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, it was.
Oh.
Oh.
That's a 7.
That'll fail. Okay.
It was so good.
You need to roll a con save now to keep concentrating on heat.
Yeah, that is 4 points of acid damage, so 10 or higher to maintain concentration. Save and make concentration. Top of the 5th round. Talia, you're up. What creature on deck? I rolled a 1 and a 1 plus 2. So
Hold on, try and smash it.
I literally did minimum.
I'm so happy about that because I was like, he did 26
Smash
to
it
the
for 100
regular
again.
They're red.
Yes, that is 16.
16 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. You're talking with your hammer again? Okay. So multiply the die roll and then add your mod.
6 on the die, so 12 plus 2.
Alright. 14. You watch as your hammer slams into the shale covering and more, just exposing more of the internal exoskeleton of the creature.
And then bonus action.
Go for it.
Natty 20!
Nice. Why do you chicken? Oh.
My phone makes this thing.
Playing on the farm, all right.
Alright, yeah.
We've got a new tablet. You just haven't set it up yet.
Necrotic.
Alright, it's starting to look rough. Taking some damage.
Okay.
You still have your move and your bonus action.
No, that was my tilt touch with my bonus
That's
action.
right. So have your move.
My move, I'm still flying in base because I don't want to.
Okay. It is going to use reaction on you, however. You did hit
Now I'm
it.
gonna move.
Deck save, please. With advantage because you are flying.
It was a stat.
By the way, that was its stinger. It did all that damage to
Don't touch my dice.
not caustic acid.
I had two teenagers show up to my house trying to give me a free phone
Natty 20. 20.
I'll save, so you'll take
this afternoon.
11, let's do 13, half of 13, so you take 6 points.
Sure, I'm
That's
good.
Your turn is up. You can take an attack of opportunity on it. It will slither away.
It's cocked. That is a natty 20.
That's like 3 in a row, isn't it?
I get 3 threes in a row, and she gets 90, 20. I want those guys.
Dude, how the fuck are we supposed to go in the cave and
So
bury this
that's
shit?
double my dice.
Huh?
I
So-
know, the cave's all
yes.
blown.
Cave's on fire. How are we
So
supposed to-
that's quadruple my dice.
Yes, because vulnerable to bludgeoning. So yeah, so basically you do what's your normal dice roll?
I rolled a 3 to
D8. So roll 4d8, and then add your modifier.
3, 4, 7, 4, 11, 4,
15.
15. That's my modifiers.
So 17 points of bludgeoning damage. You watch as the creature goes to slither away from Talia. She swings her hammer at it. You watch as a huge portion of its side opens up and its gut trail is now hanging out of the side of the creature.
Dinner.
Meat's back on the menu.
No, she just starts going like this.
Grappling grubs.
Uh,
Grappling grubs.
It's going to pivot
Run, my children.
and in desperation see that the cave's on fire. It is going to use Spine Cloud. I need everybody in front of it. So everybody but the Bork needs to make a deck save, please.
Me?
And Maggot.
Oh.
So Maggot and Bork are going to clear everybody else deck saves. Reggie can see it coming, so he has a
22.
pick. You're good. You'll take only half damage.
What's that,
15.
Reggie got a dirty 20.
Steel barely saved. Reggie is good. You're not good. No, Maggot.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Okay, so that'll fail. So you take 9 points of piercing damage from the needles. Everyone else who saved takes 4 points of piercing damage from the needles. But to Keat and
No, it's just
Grim, I need you to make concentration checks. 10 or higher.
10.
You're unconscious.
18.
Dude, it's 0 calories. It's 0, 0.
You're
It's
good.
Yeah.
water, carbonated.
How much was the
Is-
damage?
How is now unconscious?
How much was the damage?
Half of 9 points.
9. So that's 4. Didn't freaking me to death over here.
Did you make your con save?
Yes, I rolled a 10.
Right. You guys watch as Talia falls unconscious and settles on the ground. I'll finish the creatures. Grim, you're up
All right, so as a
with
bonus,
Maggot on deck.
action, I can use heat metal to do another 2d8 fire damage.
Go for it.
That is 11 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And
There's like explosion of like pus and flesh, more entrails kind of coursing out of its form.
I'm going to
Out
cast
trails.
Dissonant Whispers as
Now they're
my
out there.
I need to make a wisdom save.
Is Dissonant Whispers normally a bonus action?
No, I use my bonus action for
Right,
metal.
but certain spells are specific actions. So is Dissonant
Dissonant Whispers is a regular action.
Gotcha. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Wisdom save.
please.
Regular wisdom save. this
Yeah,
time.
it does not have disadvantage.
That is a natural 19 minus 1 is an 18.
It passes, so it takes
it saves, it takes half damage. So I'm gonna roll 3d6. 5 plus 4, that's 9. 11 points of psychic damage. It does not need to run through it.
Half the 5,
Yeah,
correct?
half the 5.
Okay. Anything else you want to do?
Let's see what I have for my reaction. I don't really pay attention to that very good. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I'll finish your turn. Maggot, you are up with the key on deck.
Okay.
So you can see you guys lost track of Richter because he stumbled away climbing down from the top. See, Talia's unconscious over by the cavern. Grim's in front. You can see Takit over under cover. And Reggie seems to be looking pretty rough and running for it.
Where am I?
And then Richter up here in the room. You're
Ding.
prone right behind
Oh.
you.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and fire my crossbow at it. Try to hit the sweetmeats.
Do you want a bonus action hide first?
Yeah, bonus action. Well, I thought it was already hidden. Right?
No, you have to. You revealed yourself when you took the shot.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So 23.
Go ahead and make your attack
Okay.
with advantage because you are using sneak attack and you did hide. Sebastian, what are you doing, Uncle Ivar?
18.
18 will hit. Go ahead and take your sneak attack damage.
I want to put it in natural. I want to put it in natural.
Oh my god! Look at this roll I just got. Double ones on my backstab.
And it's
And
Sneak
two,
attack, you old fart.
My backstab and 4, so 9 points of damage.
9 points of piercing. It's looking rough. It's like it's leaking fluid from everywhere, kind of staggering from all the damage it's taken. It's now like alongside the flames billowing into it. You can see part of its body is beginning to blister and bubble off. This thing's looking
Also from the
extremely
inside
rough.
because I turned it into a microwave.
So
microwave.
that'll finish your turn, Maggot. There's your bonus action. You start your move.
I am gonna move behind those rocks.
Wait, how are you talking? You're unconscious.
Behind these rocks,
No, directly go.
have your movement stand up.
Okay, and then right behind that, just jump over that rock.
This one?
Yeah.
Well, this is sheer
Cliff.
mountain wall. And
There ain't
this
no
is the
crack
mine
for a
built
goblin?
into it. So you climb up into it. Give me.
I want
acrobatics.
cover. Is what I'm looking for. I don't want to
you
get.
partial cover getting into the rocks.
Okay, that's
But
fine.
give me acrobatics just to make sure you don't slip and fall.
So 18.
It's a
Still
good
a
day.
shitty roll.
So that'll finish Maggot's turn. Takit, you are up with Richter on deck.
I advance on it to keep a 30-foot range. And
How's my bash doing? How's my bash doing?
Move yourself up alongside Talia. That'll put your third one. Point it to the floor. Unless you have little tiny dinosaur arms like Bill.
I roll my dice.
Yari! Yari! You want me to scratch your back, Yari?
I don't know if this. I don't know if my dice are cursed or if this is cursed.
How much damage? 10.
No.
You guys watch as the arc lightning starts slamming around the creature, crashing into it.
My homemade dice.
You watch as its shell form begins to come apart, and the entire creature just turns into a puddle of goo as
Oh, thank
all of its
God.
armor covering just comes apart off of it. This takes us out of initiative. I need at least one death save from you, please. Talia.
Can I make a medicine roll to stabilize?
No. I think that's it. 7.
Can
One failure.
I do a medicine
Give me
roll?
a medicine check. Yeah.
Okay. +2. Can I guidance myself?
Sure.
All right. Natural 1 +4 +2. For,
That's a second failure. That's 2 failures. Anybody else have healing?
You got medicine.
Yeah, I have cure wounds.
Oh, there we go.
We'll say, like, Richter gets up. He's looking very rough. And he hurries down the stairs and over to where Talia's unconscious forming. Looks at where Grim is, like, inadvertently reopened the wound even worse. You place your hands on the open wound. Go ahead, roll.
I smell chicken McNugget.
No, the spell effect of heal wounds.
Oh, cure wounds.
Cure
So cure wounds.
I smell McNuggets.
It's D8. Roll a D8.
And it's diaper.
No, her.
Oh, did you fart?
No.
No, I'm just talking about Talia.
Oh, Talia! Because the cave's like boiling fire.
A one.
A 1.
Plus,
Yeah,
it's-
one.
it's a
Plus
plus.
your spell modifier.
So your spell modifier is.
It's plus your-
Your spell modifier
Up
is
on
plus
the-
4.
Spell modifier
five.
is your wisdom adjustment, but it's also
So 5.
proficiency, so or spell casting proficiency. So you have 5 hit points. With that, Talia is back to being conscious. And I'm going to use Talia over here.
I start throwing logs into the fire. There's more of them in there. I'm throwing logs into the fire. I'm throwing logs and branches and stuff in
Where
there.
are you getting hardwood logs? We're in a desert.
What do you do? No. No. You have to do this. Uncle Ivar. Here you go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. You better go back to mama. You better go back to mama for your game.
Hi.
He's tired.
It is with cantrips being bonus actions. That'd be great.
Oh, I'm taking a peek immediately to get me Told in Bed or
Yeah. Yeah.
Eldritch Blast.
Or what's the one where
Magic. No, it's not.
save the day?
Oh, Spare the Dying.
Spare the Dying.
Yeah. Well, because if I get Told in Dead, Carry Hex, because I can impose disadvantage on Wisdom. Told in Dead's Wisdom.
Yep.
And if it's already hurt, it is a D12 versus a D.
So with that, we're out of initiative. You're trying to harvest teeth.
Harvesting teeth.
Give me a nature check, please.
Nature check. All right, I am going to guidance myself.
I'm sitting up. And I'm
That is a natural 20 plus 3 plus 2, so that is a 25.
So the challenge you have is you begin to approach the remains of the creature.
Uh-huh.
The entire creature is now caustic. The damage to the breath bladder that it uses to stream out the acid is erupted outward. I'll say you managed to harvest 6 of the 6-inch long teeth, but
None of the shorter ones?
all of its teeth are 6 inches long.
It's
It's basically all like this.
Because I wanted more trophies. I was going to make ears.
You managed to pull 6
6
teeth
inches.
out of it. I mean, you could also collect some of the spine needles that it.
Oh, yes.
That it's spat out.
I'm going to try to fashion one into a deck.
Okay. So you find about 12 of those
Okay.
as well.
I need
Do I have any idea what fucked up was?
You need a
Scary.
nature check.
It was
if you
scary.
want.
Nature check?
Yeah.
Oh, I do have one.
Reggie and I are going to short rest.
Okay.
Just resting.
What'd you get?
7.
This mine is on the borderlands of the beginning of the wasted lands beyond. It could just be some strange creature that moved into the abandoned mine at some point.
And started making babies.
Oh, shoot. It disconnected from the Wi-Fi was about something? Or it's
Uh,
under, it's lowercase, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's,
lowercase.
Goblin 101. It's bias all over again. But you didn't really hit it either.
Yeah. I did more damage going into the cave than anything else.
Yeah.
That was 6 6-inch teeth.
And like a dozen.
I don't think we would've made it.
needles.
We barely made it.
Yeah, we were in the
That was almost a
crystals
TPK.
So,
Real seriously.
We're in the crystals on its outside, like crystals, or just.
Give me investigation as you look about.
You dropped. Who else dropped?
investigation.
Natural
Reggie
20.
dropped. He was down to like 4 hit points. What were
I
you?
was down to. I'm at 2. I'm at
Yeah,
2.
2
right
hit
now.
points.
13.
That was almost a TPK, dude. And you know, it would have just chased me around till like eat me anyway. So I mean, even though I have 4 hit points, it would have got me.
Well, I mean,
You
sorry,
find
you
a
look like a
part
jalapeno
of
popper,
its shale carapace that's larger, and it almost has like a geo look to it. Because it's far enough away from the caustic acid, you're able to drag it over towards you. And you kind of look at it, and there is a small kind of like vein of sapphire gems kind of like strewn into its carapace. Like at some point, maybe it either like came across a vein that fell onto it and just kind of mineralized into its form. You recover 10 large uncut sapphires. So as this all takes time, both Talia and Reggie taking a short rest over the next 30 to 40 minutes, eventually the fire burns out.
You
All
know,
of-
stoking it.
Well, there's not much material to stoke it.
Okay.
I mean, you're kind of out in the wastes.
Put more salt on
Dude,
it.
where do we get these pine logs from?
There used to be a pine forest.
Grease bush.
Yeah, I mean, eventually the last of the bags kind of, and the thin trail of smoke.
That means two things.
It's still warm in front of it.
I don't know.
It's still warm in front of the cavern, but so far no sign of the young, and it smells like, kind of like
Fire.
Well, no, it smells like
Ash and vomit.
I don't know what bugs smell like when you cook them. It smells like protein, I guess it's been cooked,
Okay.
just not beef.
I mean,
Roasted nuts.
they do this like
yeah, kind
Tastes
of like
like
an
almonds.
almond smell.
They all
yeah,
taste
it's
like almonds.
Yeah, it's like an almond smell.
almonds and like citrus. Maybe.
Tarantula tastes like shrimp.
Carpenter
Shrimp.
ants taste lemony.
Shrimp. Yeah, fucking
Grubs don't really taste
Well, it tastes like sunflower seed shells.
I had grub
Crickets.
salsa at the insectarium. It's pretty dope.
Insectarium?
Yeah, it's in Washington D.C.
Oh, that's funny.
It's like a museum of bug. Oh my god, they have
They
the
sell
craziest
bugs out at
bugs
the
in there.
casino, the Cibola.
We were
Somebody
in the field
got
one
one
time.
box.
We started digging nested
So it is still midday upon your arrival.
Shit,
Still a bit of
really
heat coming out of the cave.
What is Thorn's brother shit?
What's who?
Thorn.
Corn? He's just been lingering with the with the caravan and supplies. Comes out.
He's
just-
playing cards with Belfry.
Good
Yeah.
job, Matt. Thanks for the backup.
Yeah. I thought about helping you, but I'm just not
I
designed.
did get
for
an
this kind of
STD from my
existence.
bat. I know. I don't know that.
I got the clap and I'm giving it to you. I got the clap.
You clap? Burns like a head of my neck.
Okay,
So
well,
it feels like it's going to take a little while for the cave
Goodness
to
gracious,
cool down.
balls of fire.
Anything else you guys want to do at this point?
Level up.
you-
I mean,
yeah, check. Can we make a decent camp inside?
In front of around the salt mines, you could. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were we doing here to begin with? I can't remember what we were doing.
You
here.
Yeah,
stash all the equipment here.
Drop the shit off. But
Oh,
Yeah.
great! We're gonna stash the equipment here.
yeah, let's go
Bunch of
throw all the
bugs.
explosives in the fire cave.
Yeah.
It'll cool off
Maggie,
over
you
time.
go
We'll probably do
first.
it in the evening.
It might not be a good idea to put the fire, to put the explosives,
No, we're gonna put it in there because that's what we came here for.
but if it's going to collect all of the gas that exploded, it might not be a good idea to put the,
Give me a survival check on that one. Or nature, your choice.
Or bird knowledge,
I'm gonna do bird.
bird
Bird
person knowledge.
They would have burned out
Roll
all the
for hand
oxygen
check.
in the cave. So it's-
I got a 17.
17?
Your cloaca
You get
vibrates.
the. He's gonna kick your ass.
You're lucky she's holding your child.
You need like a you
Just
need
lay an egg.
you need like the remember that one cartoon that went baka 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 baka
Oh,
Super chicken.
Super
Super
chicken.
chicken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that could be her like
you
that
need
could be
to
her,
drop
like-
dangerously to get your edge.
Her battle cry.
I think I prefer robot chicken. Bark, bark, bark,
Well, I
bark,
used
bark,
to
bark, bark,
imagine
bark,
Tobias
bark,
was like
bark,
Danger
bark,
Mouse, but
Or
only a pirate.
Chicken
Yeah.
Noodles, the Animaniacs.
I like
Cool.
robot chicken.
So you get the feeling that that
You know.
cave had maybe a decade's accumulation of backguano that's essentially been wiped out. So for short-term purposes, it doesn't feel immediately dangerous once the cave kind of like cools off.
All right. Big ol' hole. Very plastic.
well, it's a salt mine. Right?
How far are we away from home?
Half a day. So it's
Is
now.
there still
By the
half a day
time
left?
all this, like by the time
We're gonna have
all
to
this
spend the
gets
night.
done, it's now evening, and you still have to bury
Yeah.
everything.
Let's, yeah, let's make.
I'm able to find any bugs that maybe are roasted versus burned. See if we could.
Edible.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
quite
God,
easy.
why
Give me
would
an
you
investigation.
wanna eat that?
They were all
We have
caustic.
rations.
They're all caustic and poisonous.
We have 40 pounds of oatmeal.
People eat apple
The parts of them that aren't caustic and poisonous.
Give me an
There's parts that
investigation
aren't
if you want.
caustic
See if you
and
find
I want to
it.
watch this.
guidance.
Tangy.
The spine's stuck in my throat.
Wait,
That's a 2 for a 6.
Yeah, they all seem charred to ash. The intensity of the fire.
I
Well,
don't have,
oatmeal again.
with purified food and water, work on, the caustic work.
We've
Well,
also
it's not that it needs
Emperor's
to be
New
purified,
Brew.
it's just ash. Burnt to ash.
No, but the big worm.
The big worm is a puddle of guts and caustic acid kind of seeping into the ground. Well, you can try to prepare it and see if you could,
Hey, you guys eat whatever you want. I'm good.
He's like, just like whenever Torin looks over, like, what do you mean? And then you like take a fake.
He has a canvas bag with a
Just
very
before
crudely,
just go through
with a
this
crudely
pork
drawn
and pork
picture of a
roll.
peanut as he
Yeah.
pretends to eat from it.
So after you guys bury all the equipment, marking it, the interior of the salt mine, however, the beginning of the salt mine is charred from all the fire. You can see where the back funnel kind of like burnt up the sides.
Oh, that's
While the entrance portion of the salt mine is a pretty decent spot to bury everything that you choose to. You do notice that there are 3 additional tunnels that go deeper down into the mines.
Here, we might as well just,
I think we should rest first.
Oh, I grabbed
We've
my
been
dagger.
waiting here for hours. I'm sure
I
we took a
fished
long
my
rest.
dagger out of the goop.
Not a long rest. You
How
mark off a
long
short
from
rest.
the
It's
evening?
8 hours for a long rest.
Yeah, it was afternoon.
No, by the time you guys settled in, which you can't take a long rest until you're doing nothing.
Right.
So you were setting up camp, doing all that stuff. So it would be early morning by the time it's a long rest. 8 hours.
I fished my dagger out of the primordial soup that is the butt.
You can slide a hand and avoid the acid burn.
No, it's a slag.
Guidance.
It's a ball of.
I take my spoon in.
That was a gift from my mom.
Yeah. Like Rick and
Guess
Morty.
I'm not gonna eat
Bad of acid.
All right,
The acid
14
That's
plus
so
3,
great.
that's
Release the
17
bone.
This
plus
looks like a little
5,
carved bone.
that's
Richard.
22.
Okay, yeah, you avoid all the kind of caustic remains of the creature, and you
Roll in the sand.
and as you
neutralize
pull out
it.
your dagger, it's just a hilt.
Well, at least I have something to make with the spine.
He's going down it.
He does make it fun, doesn't it? All right, so what do you guys do?
Set up camp and rest.
Okay.
I'm thinking a little outbuilding.
So up in the mining, kind of like little side building alongside the mine. Okay.
I think it's defensible.
You guys gonna have a fire and eat food and the normal stuff, or
It's a hardwood fire that puts off
anything?
liquid
Do we have a
smoke.
watch in mind?
I'll take first watch, and while I'm
Okay.
doing that watch, I'm going to be trying to figure out how I'm going to use, because I have excess spines and bones and whatnot. I'm going to try to figure out how I can turn one of the teeth into the blade of
Okay, so you're gonna take first watch. Who's taking second watch?
I'll take second.
You're taking second.
I'll take
Third watch. I'm taking third.
My long rest was
With
4
my great
hours.
rolls, we'll be safe.
Glory, glory, what a hell of
My
a
long
way
rest
to
is 4
die.
hours, so I'll rest for 4 hours and then be
Yeah,
up for
much.
2 watches.
Okay. So Grim, as you take first watch, everyone kind of settles into the ruined building.
Perception.
Give me perception.
All right, that's an 18 plus 4 plus 5. That's 25 or 27.
27. Your watch seems okay. Nothing untoward happens. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check as you examine the hilt and some of the spines and things that you've collected.
Okay, that's 17 plus 1, that's 18.
18. Now give me a insight check.
Insight. Okay, guidance. 17 plus
T-Rex
1
charred
plus
roasted bud.
5.
So 23.
Yeah, 23.
You would need a workshop, some tinkering tools, maybe the assistance of a blacksmith,
Okay.
but you could fashion this into a device.
Because I'm kind of thinking of doing that with my dagger and my.
Yeah, you just need a little bit of help and a little design work. You can probably pull it off.
Who pats your back? You pat Mama's back.
Did you notice his hair's getting curly?
Pat her back.
I think he's gonna get mom's curly hair. Get mom's curly. So, Taya, second watch, do a perception check.
Watches are 4 hours, so I'll be up for this
No, watches are 3 hours.
one. I'll be up for an hour.
Usually by the end of the third watch, it's beyond the 8 hours.
Really?
21.
21. Either the fire, the bats never seem to return. Pretty quiet night. Nothing untoward happens. You end up waking up Maggot and Takit to take final watch. Perception check.
5%.
14.
14. Maggot.
What am I doing?
Perception.
Perception. Come on. Baby
Come on,
needs a new
2.
pair of shoes. 19. So
19. Nice.
whatever, plus 11.
Yeah. Once again, either the sounds of the battle or the smell of the rotting creature nearby doesn't really.
Scares everything away.
Yeah, it kind of keeps everything away. You guys wake up the next morning fully rested. So everyone go ahead and click off a long rest, recover your hit points, and you go ahead and level up. Level 4.
Level up!
How many hit points do I recover?
All of them.
Oh, yay.
Talia.
Yeah.
How much, you wrote down the currency. I lost my note on it. How much did I get from that? We can discuss the finer points of communism later and how it's our money and not mine. How much was it? Thank you.
Inappropriate.
That's the second time it doesn't go with me.
Roll 1d6.
Alright, are we, fourth level, are we doing full, like, full hit points, or do we roll for it, fourth level?
Say that again.
Fourth level, full hit, take the
No,
hit points,
roll.
or we roll?
Just reroll ones.
6.
Nice.
In your.
Don't forget to add your con modifier if you have one.
It was 482 gold,
7.
200 silver, and 118 platinum. And 6 random pieces of jewelry. And 1,000 gold worth in arcane caster components.
Yep.
And a small bag of luminary stones. I think you
I gave the luminary stones to Bill. Alright, cool. I am flush with money.
You also, there's a platinum necklace and a platinum bracelet.
That I have written down.
Okay,
That I
and
have
then the reptilian belt that's really
Yep. it's written down. Alright, so we're rolling for help.
I like the kid with big people. Wow, what's this hat for? They never wear it. You roll for hit points yet, Rickard?
Oh, no. Which, 8?
That's an
good.
8.
I think with the druids are D8.
I got an 8.
I got a 9.
6.
I mean, a 6.
What's your con bonus?
1.
So you get a 7 to add to your hit point pool.
Oh my God. I guess.
If you're able to, you can change out your spells. So it is a long rest.
Level 4 ability score to me. Is that correct?
Oh, is it
Yep.
a feat or an ability score?
Level 4.
You
How
can
does
pick
that?
a feat as well. I mean, not as well, but instead.
And or. If or.
How much do I get to increase my abilities?
Click on it and I'll tell you. Yes, they're leveling up. That would explain the blank faces.
Yeah.
What do I do, George?
What's the thing I'm looking for?
Wi-Fi?
The immediate one.
Maybe beyond.
Hopefully it didn't lock you out. Or you can grab a player's handbook. Or Ivar can take a moment to help you.
What are you trying to do?
What should I do? What should I do? I always pick feats. But you can pick
Okay,
feats
where's
that up ability scores.
I am
Oh.
power gaming.
Well, okay, so fourth level you gain a feat or an ability. You can raise.
Oh, you go Warlock. Not far.
I didn't take. I was gonna dip. I was like, I want to dip into rogue or warlock. I'm like, I would at least see the bar down to level 5.
You choose two different ability scores. The same ability score.
Once you get a bunch of spells, you just
So, okay, so,
you do.
You can
Not magic
either
initiate. You have to
raise
be a warlock to take magic
two
initiate.
abilities. So by one,
You just-
by one,
yeah, so,
or one of them by two.
Warlock drew it all that
Or
for it.
you
It's
can take
what
a
spell
feat.
list you pick.
Well, I'm not
I
hip
specifically
on
picked
like wizard
Warlock
stuff, so I
because
know there's some good feats
That's
you
one of
can
my
take.
all-time favorite cantrips.
Like one where you get advantage
Incredible
It's a
feat.
good one.
when you
Especially
roll to
because I
like
have Hex
when someone
in
tries
my
to break the
spell list.
concentration and stuff.
And that's and so I can pair it.
I mean, the only bad thing about Total Dead is if you use it on high wisdom, I think, or high con target.
Wisdom.
High wisdom target.
I
It
have.
there's no, you don't get anything for a failed save or for a successful
But
So there's war, like look
the
at your,
thing that I can
so
do
there's, like,
is
Warcaster.
just fire off Hex, keep
so there's
concentration, on it,
Warcaster.
and keep firing
And
off Total Death.
You have advantage on Constitution saving throws you make to
That's
maintain
why I
your
was thinking.
concentration.
save. Don't
You
save.
can
but
perform the
Well,
somatic
and
components of the
so
spell.
There's
When
no
you have
partial
weapons or
damage.
shields in,
for
shields in your
Well, the
hand,
thing
but that
is
doesn't help
that,
you because you don't really make attacks.
because cantrips are bonus actions.
When a hostile
Keep
creature
concentration on Hex, I can
movement
do
provokes an
everything
opportunity
else
attack
for
from
being
you.
pairing
You can use your
and
action to
still
cast a
have that
spell
backup
at
of
that creature
product.
rather than making an opportunity. That's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool forecast. Or I could have it
Well, and plus also.
Yeah.
Help him go through his spells.
No, he's good. All right.
So.
So-
Oh my gosh, they have uncontrollable rage. I think.
What's that do
Alright,
to
so
my
for your
Spells.
Does that make it? That makes a +5. +5? Not a 6?
So
No,
what we got here for you.
it stays +4 for 19 and it goes up to +5.
I think ventriloquist become a.
So that means
content
all
sharing.
your
That's
stuff
what a mind
change.
is saved. Same with uncontrollable rage.
Ah.
So D&D Beyond, they never talked about it, but now when content sharing is enabled in the campaign, everyone's content is shared, not just the dungeon master.
Right. Right.
So ventriloquist is a feat that.
That I have from.
Well, as long as you let your character sheet is selected as public,
Yeah.
it's shared.
So you'll have access to some of the stuff. Like I have one.
Well, you have access to all my stuff.
The other one that I would say run by Jason first if you decide to take World Walker, because that's one that I use to make a character with my game. Because it allows a free plane shift once a week. And it gets better as you level up. So it can be free fucking
Is that a new subclass?
no, World Walker's a feat that I made because in the world of Korra, it's kind of the Grand Central Station, a bunch of different rifts to Feywild, Shadowfell,
Gotcha.
different places. And so there are characters that I have that because they lived there all their lives, they've attuned to this and are able to claim like have an act with a plane shift.
That's pretty cool. It's a little early on, but it's pretty cool.
Well, so the characters that have it are level
Is it-
12 and above.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah,
Because
that would
they're
make more sense.
DMPCs, yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
And that's the prerequisite that I have for the players. If they want to take it, they can take it starting because that's pretty busted. Okay, so your spells. Let me look at
The Lamont speak. What's up, my son? What are you doing? Hi, I'm the Dungeon Master. Disadvantage because your boots are
access to your spell list.
empty.
You didn't bring your laptop this time around?
They are not.
Disadvantage
You didn't
because
bring your
you got a
laptop this time
really
around?
stupid
Go ahead and
mustache.
pull that up because we're going to work on it. I'm gonna help you out.
Disadvantage because those two guys over there are baby boomers.
Gen
he's
X,
got an El
motherfucker.
Camino, so he gets advantage all night long. Because, if you have an El Camino, you're advantage at getting laid because they won't like those cars.
The front is like a car, the
anyway,
back is like a truck.
But you guys take a long rest, and you wake up the next morning, and you begin to get ready to either explore the salt mine or head back. What do you guys do?
I think we should explore the salt mine, guys.
I do not
Why?
want to go home.
If we don't explore the salt mine, we're only going to get to level 19 because we'll have missed this,
Bold of you to
milestone.
assume any of us are going to make it to that point.
Yeah.
And what are levels? Where Grimmett is arguing with Paladin.
Right.
What are levels?
I want to see if there's anything worth, finding. Like more of those sapphires.
Why don't you check with the stars?
Okay. We're cast
So we go to
augury,
characters.
and I'm gonna think. Should we just go home or should we explore more?
Home feels cold. The mines feel warm.
The stars are saying we should explore the mines.
Yeah, the stars let us know what's down and do.
But we didn't
Take some
die.
beers. Ooh, that's lovely.
And I'm the one that, fell unconscious. So, I mean, dude, this is what I get for trying to, hit up close instead of farther away.
now,
So,
right?
Yeah,
15.
so
I think we should explore the mines.
what did you roll for your
The star set?
HP?
7.
7.
That's what the
So
stars say?
we'll do here's 4, so that's 31.
Insight, exploring the mines.
You sure give me an insight check?
You get an
Natural
insight.
19.
So you have the option to either make one of your
There's a couple of
ability scores
possibilities.
better.
One, you did find the possibility that came in
Now, your
contact
ability
with
score, I'm gonna give
sapphire.
you some suggestions.
There's
Your spellcasting
Possibility
is
there
wisdom.
might be more questions to make people down,
2
but
points of
yeah.
wisdom. That way your spells are more
yeah, yeah,
I
effective.
mean, technically, no
So
one's
we'll do that for you.
it's been over a generation since the salt mine thing.
And it'll also help you.
Mine's been
I'm
well
pulling
over
this
50
down
years.
Holy mess, that
Could
sounds like
be,
my
but
honeymoon.
Kind of, you're not
In
really
New
sure what
Orleans.
is down there. You haven't really read much up on it.
So now your
Supposedly there's
spellcasting will be a little
at
bit more.
least
there's
two other
also-
entrances to it, but I'm not sure what it would be. Further up into the mountainscape
So now
or
we can choose your
maybe
spells.
alongside
So
another
you
cliff.
can choose another cantrip
I
and 2
mean,
more
there
spells.
could be possible
So we'll start with
good
the
things
cantrips.
about it, but
Pick
this
2
large
from the list that
creature's
you
been
already
at
have.
the entrance for a long time.
Pick 2 of these.
And
me personally,
If there are other
going
creatures
through this
competing for
list,
territory,
my
you
personal
might come along.
favorites
I'm not sure.
are
Plus, we do have Torn with us still.
Shillelagh
To get him back
is a
to-
bonus action.
Or
Makes your weapon
is
attacks matter.
still wanting to go back. And
Yeah.
that can get the
Infestation does
The method.
damage and makes them freak out.
Okay, let's do those.
And then firearm specialist.
No, I'm gonna have to back-
What else we have?
Break that down when I did.
So you guys are kind of in camp right now discussing your options.
Oh, so infestation was the one.
Yeah, I feel like,
So you have
I feel
2
like I'm gonna
spells
be
you can
playing
pick
like
from.
bias again.
Now, can I pick from first or second level?
We need to get Torn back. We can put a marker on this and come back. Okay. Torrance already has his.
So what I would recommend
Flunkies
here
I might be doing
is
well good.
His flunkies will still be there. I mean, if we spend half the
Already
day
have
going to the mines,
If we go in there, it's probably going to be at least.
here. Another good,
well, we can
another good damage
explore
one.
for half a day and then go home and come back.
Yeah. So keep those, and that should. Yep, your spells and everything are good. So you are all set now, sir.
Oh,
No, we're
nice.
not
So looking at your, looking at all of this, so now your spells went up by a point, and your save DC went up by a point.
No,
Nice.
we should have that. I should have that. We can come here.
Just move the chair around, babe. It's okay.
That's,
We can
that's
talk to the
not
back
what-
of your head.
It's not what the stars said we should go.
I mean, she is your kind of
Okay.
oracle type.
We're headed into the mines, huh?
Okay, now
I think Torin will be fine.
let's go down to
You can stay out here with the.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to stay out here with Ford. So you guys go ahead and go inside and check things out. I'm going to skip you.
And they can guard the elephants and the camel. Elephant and camel.
So you guys gather up your gear, head inside, back into the cavern entrance. You go about 80 feet further in than where you were the previous night and get out of the main egg clutch area where it's just all grease smear burn and just that smell of hot almonds as you walk through the opening and into a narrow point of the mine that then branches off into three different directions. There's a tunnel that goes right, one that goes left, and the one in the middle kind of chicanes slightly and then dips like it goes down faster than the ones on the right and the left. Does everyone have night vision?
yeah.
60 feet. I have dark vision.
Dark vision?
I don't even know.
No,
It would
You're a bork. You probably would have it.
How do I learn these spells?
How do you what?
Learn these spells.
Your library.
My daughter did
Go to
that
Crossfire
too.
Academy.
Not
Go
until we
to
get back.
you could find places that
It's
offer you an
rough, I'm not
opportunity to
good
learn
with
new
mechanic
spells.
here.
Other people's spell books,
Just don't
scrolls.
get to pick one on the fly.
Correct.
He has dark vision.
Okay. So if you all have dark vision,
I don't know that.
that's right, you were born. You do not. Yeah. So with that, dancing lights come stringing out as you cast light to get the area that you're currently standing in front of three options in front of you. Right, left, or center. What do you guys like to do?
I'm gonna ritual cast library.
I'm planning to go right, but it's not just
I am going to cast Unseen.
Okay,
Wait,
10
hold on.
minutes to cast that. All right.
Let me see what Unseen are doing. I do not see through it. Never mind, I'm not casting.
No, I do not have dark vision.
Okay, that's all right. So Keith's already cast light, dancing lights to give everyone enough ability to see.
Let me see what
I think we lost Maggot in the minutia of character building.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait. I don't know. I don't want to take something right now because I have to take a feat. I'm not sure which one I want.
You have to take a feat
Well, no, yeah, it says I take a feat.
or special ability. I thought, or ability increase, right?
It's gonna take a feat.
Yeah,
Just trying to figure out which one.
I'm just doing. I just can't decide because I don't know if I want to make him a melee guy or I want to make him a crossbow guy or maybe eventually be a firearm
I
guy.
mean, if you're dex based melee, that's finesse.
Yeah,
If you want to, but I mean, do you really want to build another Tobias? I mean,
That's what I'm
Tobias
saying,
was your traditional ranged gunslinger,
yeah, like
pirate, swashbuckler gunslinger.
yeah, I know, and I don't want to go into that same trope.
Well, it's not even a trope. I just would rather you play a different character.
Well, I was also thinking of taking mounted, but I only it gives me a lot of cool things when I'm mounted, but
It's from
What?
melee attack.
what's for melee
Mounted.
attacks? I don't do melee attacks. I do bow attacks for my mount. So
Well, unless you attack with like a rapier or a dagger, those are finesse
like
weapons.
flyby.
That's what I just did.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So I am gonna.
So as you guys linger for the 10 minutes, Kaya finishes casting augury again. The tunnel to the right is cold. The center tunnel is extremely cold. The far left tunnel feels warm. An affirmation.
Right.
So what is your marching order? Who's in the lead?
You being up front does not sound like a good idea. Let's put the guy with the light in the middle of the pack.
Yeah,
that
makes
I will be ahead of him.
I'll go first.
So Talia, myself, Keith, Richter.
And then Maggot bringing up the rear. Okay.
Reggie's there
Um,
somewhere. Or no, did Reggie take him back?
Reggie stayed in the
Okay.
corner.
chilling with the.
The mouth.
So as you guys begin to go into the left tunnel, here you're finding signs of old mining equipment in the corridor that you pass through. You can see old buckets, bits of hammers, and the wood long rotted away, and just like bits and bobs of just detritus that makes you feel like this was once a very active mine. The whole time as you take this tunnel, great veins of salt, pink, blue, and greenish salt veins kind of coursing up and down the different sidewalls of the corridor. You keep going for about 100, 150 feet. Then it begins to kind of wind slightly in a downward pattern. It suddenly gets a little bit steeper. You guys continue to follow it. And that's when you realize that the pattern of this corridor is following a central rock pillar with more salt-like mineral veins in it. Give me investigation or survival if you'd like.
It's calcified chlorine. Welcome, as a believe.
Too soon. 14. What you saw up in the corridor was definitely salt. This is seeming different. It's the colors are more opaque, not as bright as the salt colors were. There's definitely kind of like a mineral smell of iron, and yeah, you just kind of.
Is it worm poop?
It doesn't taste like salt
Meteor
at all. It has an iron and kind of like a metal mineral flavor. Give me a sleight of hand as you begin to examine it.
Is it worm poop?
Guidance?
Definitely not one of them. Get an extra D4 there from the guidance.
Maybe with my rolls, I should take lucky.
Uh-huh.
Not a bad idea. You suck.
So they roll 1 into a 3.
Will.
No, you take lucky and then your rolls will be
11.
10, so you'll never need to.
They never write down.
11? I mean, you're not exactly a specific expert to this. I mean, you do recall that they mine salt here. They also mine coal. They mine iron ore here as well. But this you don't recognize. I'm not sure what it is. It's not.
It's got your attention.
It's
boss.
not really brittle.
Look at this vein here.
Yeah,
We're following the
It's
through.
almost like
it's veiny.
and it's patina. Like it's got a
Patina?
green copperish hue to it.
Can I roll? or something there?
Scrape it with my dagger.
I mean, you can give me
I would scrape it
investigation.
with my dagger, but yeah, I'll do investigation guidance.
Scrape it.
Yeah, it's enough for you to get some flakes off of it that fall into your hand. Feels like copper. Maybe it's a copper vein.
That's 19.
It shows a lot of signs of being a copper vein.
I think you got a copper vein
You
here,
can
boss.
take 2 every time. You're right.
All we need to do is get a counterfeit press.
You can add the
Footprints
ability
and money.
modifier to the damage of the second attack.
Copper's copper.
Basically double my. Okay, I know what it is.
Look at my
I think you
alignment.
found the who's
Copper's
leading the
copper.
rebellion.
Look at my alignment again. Just because I'm not outwardly evil doesn't mean I'm not. I do evil shit.
So you guys continue down.
He doesn't.
Light,
He doesn't
No,
know
I'll keep
flaring.
feeling it
Very
every once in a while. Make
self-centered.
sure it's
Yeah,
not getting hot
continue
to the touch or
down,
anything.
getting deeper and deeper. You also begin to notice that there are heavy grooves now visible in the sides of what you're passing. And then
Are those grooves similar to what we saw before in the canyons?
no, they
Or more
look
so
very
like
different.
machinery?
Are they like
Um,
worm growth?
Give me perception.
Perception guidance. 19.
19. Anybody else?
15.
15. You get the feeling that it was the creature that you just fought that made this.
Okay, so I don't feel imminent danger.
And you
That
kind of
made,
stepped
that made
out,
this spiraling down.
or at least used it, and left the groove behind. You guys end up at the bottom of this spiraling corridor, and it opens up into a pretty sizable chamber. And there are light pink crystalline structures
That's what
everywhere.
we're using it.
They're about the size of small barrels with a kind of oval shape to them. And every now and then you could see like something inside wiggling inside.
Ching, ching, ching.
Where?
You roll a natural 20 for
In the-
a perception check
Yeah.
on those things?
+4 on
Ryan,
perception.
no, it's facing home.
So he got a 24.
Sorry, I was looking at the
Or,
power.
Richter got a natural 20 for a 24 on the perception check on what those are.
They look like a clutch of eggs of the creature's larval stage.
Oh. Okay.
But what they're encased in seems strange.
Does it seem fragile?
Give me an investigation.
Investigation guidance. That's 15 plus 2. That's 17.
Now give me a nature check.
Guidance.
Is flammable.
Nature, that's 30, 20.
Okay, 20. So, as you guys spread amongst the chamber, you begin to realize there's a clutch of about 3 dozen of these crystalline eggs. You can see that these very small larval stage creatures are floating inside the eggs. There's also attached to the base of each of the 8 clutches of 3 eggs, kind of sporadically placed around. You can see kind of like a crystalline striation kind of running from each of the clutches over to the back of the chamber. There's a 6 foot tall by 2 foot wide gap in the chamber wall that all of these kind of like ley line striations run to. And there's a soft pulsing light coming out of the fracture of the back of the chamber. Just
So we might not, if we take them out of that, they might die. That-
Boss, just wondering, the name of this cave wouldn't be Prometheus, would it?
Are you taking Arcana check as you look at the glowing light of the
I
fractured
didn't know if I need to
chamber
go to
wall?
the Prometheus school of running away from things.
yeah.
19.
You get the feeling that these clutches are feeding off something. You can't quite see deep enough into the fracture, but there's a pulsing light every few seconds. And every time the light pulses, you watch as all different larval creatures kind of react in unison to the pulse.
I'm gonna rip out a tooth and chuck it in the crowd. Not hard, like I don't want to hit anything, but I want to chuck it in there so that it can.
Oh my God. How long does it last for?
When I do it, a minute. So I'm just.
It's you can see the light up ahead.
That dark.
Yeah, well, yeah, but dark vision won't help you here because of the light. So as the light's pulsing and flashing, you can see there's at least another 30, 40 feet of the fracture ahead of you, and it's looking back 20 feet. So there's a good 50-foot length of this fracture. It's roughly 2 feet wide, 6 feet tall.
I can't really make out like a form of anything at the end of it.
All right,
Too far.
I'm gonna go in.
I
check
my
it out.
trance, my tooth.
How big is
just-
the,
If I scream, come in and help.
It's 2 feet wide, but
If
6
you
feet tall.
scream, we're collapsing the cavern and we're erecting a statue when you're on.
Are you being stealthy, Maggot?
Yes.
Maybe stealth check.
And I think what I want to do is I want to not walk on the ground. I want to climb on the wall. It's only 2 feet, so I could probably go like. Yeah,
Okay, that's fair.
along.
Yeah,
Like a little hermit crab.
yeah.
What?
Why are you poking me? Why are you poking me?
Wait, no, look.
Shut up.
There you go.
What'd you
Don't
get?
drag him into this
13.
mess. He's suffered
13.
enough.
My son took my pen.
Drop
Yep, he did. Yeah, thieving boy.
Not for Warren Road.
I can't roll the same.
So you guys
Shit's
watch
hanging
as Maggot begins to kind of like crab slide into the fracture. There's a little bit more room when you get to the midway point, and you can see you're getting closer to the light source wherever it's filtering through this crevice. But below your feet, you can see the ley line striations running below your feet. They've got a bit of iridescent light to them as well, so it's a pretty well lit area. You continue on. Give me acrobatics, please, as part of this. Make sure you gotta maintain your balance.
I don't
15.
like what you just said. You take that back.
As you continue to move through this, you pass the 50-foot mark, and then you get another 40 feet into the fracture. And as you get to the end of the fracture, all the striation ley line connectors kind of come out as well, and kind of arc over to a pit that you can see in the middle of this small chamber. The chamber is pulsing up from the pit. There's a light pulsing up. But from this angle, you can't quite see down into it. However, because the room's lit, you can see 5 other fractures in the same chamber that you've crawled into, where other striations are coursing from, and down into this pit. And there's just pulsing light.
So the total is 6 missionaries?
Possibly. If you were there, I can tell you.
I really hope you're wrong.
How close could I get to like be able to look in and see what's in there?
It's another 30 feet to get to the edge of the pit.
All right.
You step out of the fracture and onto like a 25-foot wide area that takes you over the edge of the pit. Give me another stealth check. Get ahead towards the pit.
A 1.
Are you
I'm
serious?
serious.
That's you.
As
Actually,
you,
Shit in here.
I fall on a plate of china.
as you get closer, a bit of loose gravel underneath your foot kind of
Ah!
makes a crumbling noise.
Oh.
And you notice that the light stops pulsing. Just a steady light at this point. The rest of you back up in the main clutch chamber, notice the pulsing stops. It's just a steady light.
That's not good.
There's a few seconds go by, and then it picks back up again.
Okay, now I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look over.
So like lean over, look down in the pit. You can see in the interior of the pit, there's so many multicolored crystalline structures growing out of the edge of the pit. But down in the very interior middle of the pit, you can see like the outline of some kind of weird device. But the light's so bright from pulsing, you can't quite make out what it is. Give me a perception check. Look very intently in the center of the pit.
Oh, that's not 16. Let's see. This one, right?
Yeah, it's either a glass orb of some sort encased in like a copper frame. There's an intense light coming from the orb within the copper frame. It's almost like a perfect sphere. There's etched writing on the orb, but the brightness of the light kind of floods out the symbols that you think are there. Every time it pulses, you think you could see symbols. There's something inside the orb too, but you're too far away to tell what it is.
Like something moving around.
Hard to tell. It's a good 40 feet down into the pit.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and tell everybody.
Okay. So after about 20 minutes, Maggot makes it back, and everything that he saw, and I told him, you guys all now know.
Hey.
You're up, buddy.
Is this ringing any bells?
Give me a history check.
Guidance.
One.
Hold on, let me get you a pillow for your face.
I really like your
21. There is a bit of lore regarding the Meyer Valley. You remember your
that's all you
mother used to speak about it. There was something they referred to as the Heartstone. It said that at some point in the family's past, they were in possession of it and somehow lost possession of it. Supposedly, it gave the family the ability to predict things, spy on things, keep tabs on people. Its power's kind of lost to time,
I think we want that.
but it's also been described to you by your mother as a very chaotic power, something that was originally perceived as beneficial, but over time became dangerous.
I won't share that.
Who brought shovels?
Appears like this is the
2
Hearthstone.
feet. Is it big enough? Can I squeeze through?
Oh, how big you said?
It'd be very tight for you, but you could
It was
do
6
it.
by 2.
6 feet tall by 2 feet wide.
I could squeeze through.
No.
Pretty
How
tight.
big was the sphere?
It was about the size of a medium-sized barrel, but spherical,
Would it
and
fit?
wrapped in like copper framing. with
Okay, so
something
no,
pulsing in
it's
it.
something we could lift up.
Yeah, potentially.
Okay.
If you
All
get
right.
down.
So let's do the smart.
Let's- good question. You wouldn't real. You give me an insight check based on. Give me performance
Me?
to describe what you saw, the physical item.
Guidance.
I asked if it would fit through the crevice.
9.
Give me an insight check.
It's a ball. It's got some wire on it.
Guidance down.
Hard to know for certain, but it must have got down there somehow. Whether it came this way or came in some other way, until you know it's full, whatever it is, it's hard to know for certain.
Let's go in.
All right. Well, let's do the smart. Let's get some shovels and some rope from the package.
Don't bend your head.
And we take it out. Find it out. Get done.
You guys go gather up mining equipment, rope, chain, and all the things you might need. Over the course of the next hour, it takes you a while to get through, get all the equipment through. But eventually, all of you are now
It wouldn't. We just put it in the jacket.
Shoom, 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 shoom. Rope, shovels.
Why in your jacket?
The robe with
And the
pocket.
robe of pockets.
Well, yeah, but the pocket openings are only that big. They're not really designed for tools to go in.
Silly. Silly.
There's a
I
limitation.
don't know. I mean, it could be big pockets. I just.
No, they're small
I
pockets.
have fit on an
We
inside
don't want to
pocket.
know.
I've fit a foldable shovel in there before.
We're
Not
just-
today.
It's just taking time.
Where are those
It's
vines
taking
you're
time.
grasping for?
I tried.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Let's say it takes, I'll say like the pittons and
The rope.
some of the smaller hardware, it takes you a while to feed the rope into it. Some of the smaller bits and bobs, work for you. But the pickaxes, shovels, and hammers are a little too big.
And overall, it takes an extra hour of kicking around with the robe.
It takes a little time, but eventually all of you guys make it into that main chamber. And now all you can see everything that Maggot reported back to you. And sure enough, 40 feet down in the center of that pit, surrounded by very jagged, serrated bits of different colored crystal, and just sunken down in the center of the pit, this medium-sized orb with a pulsing light wrapped in what feels like copper wire or frame with
Detect magic. I'm gonna look for arcane traps and shit.
Okay. Detect magic is up to 20 feet.
Oh, so I have to get down there?
If you want to try to detect it,
We can hold you by your ankles,
Okay.
or use the rope as well.
Or I
Lower
can
me
get
down.
off and fly in.
Is it big enough for her to take flight and climb down?
No, just lower me down.
it would, I
That way you can
mean,
pull me up after
Yeah.
I'm
No, so
unconscious.
we're not going to do the flying thing.
give
We're
me a
just
survival check as you plan this out.
gonna- Guidance. Alright. So it's survival.
Yeah.
That's an 18.
The only trick to this is you couldn't really lower anyone down via the edge of the pit. The crystal structures look like they would just shred the rope. They look very sharp.
Like they could cut through leather.
They look very sharp.
Like they could cut through leather.
They look really sharp.
Is it
Like some kind of
Is there any kind of
leather?
is there any
Because
No,
then-
they probably will.
They probably will. Okay, so I was gonna say I would like to figure out if I can put my leather pack on and then do the rope with the back. But
I mean, it's 40 feet down, so the rope is still subject to the
is
crystalline
there
structures
an
protruding
obvious
out.
way to get down?
You need survival or perception, your choice.
going to guidance.
is it big enough for me to fly down?
D4.
Is it the area big enough for me to fly down?
You kind of look. Give me a survival check as you look.
9.
9.
Maybe maybe temporary.
No
9.
obvious pathway that you can see. D4.
Is there any like boulders or like sizable rocks laying around?
22?
With your passive, no. This chamber's surprisingly clean.
I have a terrible one.
From your vantage point, the further you look down to try to see if the trajectory of your flight can get you down there, the more you realize the crystalline structures kind of jut out at strange angles. You're getting the feeling that these crystal structures are almost like a protective kind of barrier for the orb.
I need to read on this. I have a terrible idea.
Alright, I'm gonna try and look for ways down.
Keep just trying. I mean, you're free to try and give me a perception check if you want. If you notice anything.
If I hung like directly in the middle, would those things touch me?
It'd be tight. That's what she would notice.
I'm small.
Yeah, it'd be tight, but it's possible. So far, the only access that you can figure might work is you carry a rope tied around Maggot's waist and lower him very cautiously down the middle of the pit.
Up on my
See-
feet so I hang straight
Did the
down.
crystal
Yeah.
seem like something that we could dig out of the
And then,
It's mostly exposed.
but I was thinking of throwing rocks down and just bust them all so we can get down there. But
ground? See, I was trying to. I thought I was. I can.
Are they-
No.
I can cast less
Now that I'm
strength.
looking at it,
They might be
is there an
magical.
arcane roll?
What do you mean, Arcana check?
are they magical like crystal?
They're going
I should have taken
Shatter, shatter.
But knowing my luck, that probably would have broken the stone
15?
and broken to keep spirit.
Probably not.
There's definitely something strange about the crystal growth of the structures. They seem to be reacting to the orb-like device down below. And that's when you, for the first time, you feel a little nauseous. Like, just feel a little strange. A little nauseous. Then all of you begin to feel a little kind of nauseous.
Is it air bad?
It's got a slight metallic tinge to the air
Copper?
and a bit of an ozone copper smell. Almost like the whole chamber smells like a dirty thing.
Okay. Let's try getting Maggot, hang him from the rope. I'll fly up above and we'll try and lower him down.
I'm gonna do a reflex check.
The
I would say use
20-foot
a
radius
chain.
down.
Chain?
The crystalline structures are transmutative magic.
Don't touch the crystal. The transmutative magic. Correct me. If you touch it, you will change.
Maybe.
Make it look even uglier.
I mean, you know it's magical, you know it's transmutative in effect, but
Or it could coat you in crystals like it did that beast. It'd be cool. Rock stuff.
You want me to do this or not? You're not making a very good, like, you know.
I'm just saying. Don't touch the crystal.
No shit. That's what I was trying not to do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna touch every crystal all the way down. Come on. I want to get paid for this. I'm getting paid.
Tell Reggie.
No, I'm telling you, you're the boss. I don't go through Reg. I don't go through middlemen.
Taya comes over and just starts tying a rope around Maggie's waist. Then hog ties your feet so that when you're inverted,
Right.
the pressure of your waist and your feet will help keep you stable
Mhm.
as she would like to lower you down so you can
I'm
grab
gonna
it.
touch his shoulder before he gets lowered down and cast guidance because that lasts.
Yep,
Awesome.
it'll rest.
And would you like your gentleman?
That would be great.
You guys watch as Taya begins to take Maggot and hover over the pit. She begins to unravel the rope with her flight kind of keeping her hovering above. Maggot, as you begin to get lowered into the pit, that's when you see crawling amongst the crystalline structures these millipedes. These,
Do they look like miniature versions of that big guy?
yeah. And you notice that every now and then they arc with a little bit of energy off the crystals. Like they're all of you begin to like feel all your hair, neck on your body begin to kind of like stand on end. There's arcing beginning down in the pit, like it's beginning to course up and around. And that's where we're going to finish tonight. We'll be back here in 2 weeks.
We're gonna forget what happened.
We are on, no, I'll take that. Yeah, 2 weeks. Which I believe, if my calendar shows
Next
so
week.
good,
Next
30.
week, we're going to be leaving
Yeah,
really
fair.
early the following morning to go camping.
Yeah. So we're prepping for fair.
prepping, we're camping, prepping.
So everyone, thanks for coming out. Sorry we got a little late start, but we got a late start. That's what happens. But hey, remember, be kind, be safe. Don't forget to play a game. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Good night, everybody.
Put that on your phone, smack takes a lucky beat.
Yeah, I know, right?
Camera whore.